everybody, and welcome back to Derps and Dank Places. I am your host, the all-powerful, all-seeing, all-annoyed, all-perplexed, all-questioning, three-eyed pigeon. And these are my derps. Say hi, derps.
Hello.
Hi, derps.
Hello.
You're probably wondering what happened to the other two. It's because of this nonsense right here, so you best shape up. But let's go down the line. Belgar, tell us about yourself.
All right. Hi, I'm Belgar, Dragonborn cleric of the group. Trying to keep these derps alive, and we'll see how well we can do that this session.
Next up, Antropia.
Hello, I am Entropia. I am the human rogue assassin of the group, and I made an acquaintance with a woman. I think. Possibly. Or at least an understanding.
Alright.
And
And next, and certainly last and least, Nassim, tell us about yourself.
Wow.
You are such a mean person.
I am what I am.
Anywho, I'm Nassim. I am the Erjanasi cleric / monk of the group. I have intentions of becoming best friends with the local professor at the college.
Alright.
That is all.
So, when last we left off, friendships were discussed, people were made to feel insignificant, alliances were made, people were killed and their wives were placated with scotch and cigars. Yeah, so I say we will pick up a few hours later in the day. Nassim and Belgar, you're still at the Perfect Pearl, but Entropia, who was once with a group, returns alone, now carrying a solitary bottle on her person.
now, because I know Joe had the box with the dress in it. Did that get dropped off before she? Can we
I'll
say
say
it got dropped
yeah,
off before?
Yeah, I'll say she
poofed?
dropped it.
Okay. All right. Cool. just for the sake of sanity. All right. So it's just the.
I think it was stated last session that she was gonna do that on her way to you.
Yeah. Well, either
So,
way, it's no longer with us.
It's done. Yeah, it's done. It's taken care of. Non-issue.
Yeah. Cool. As I I guess step inside the Perfect Pearl, where is the Maitre D? Because Jocasta made aware that he's being weird and told her to steer clear. Do I see him?
Well, okay, so first, your company sees you looking around, so just make me a perception check.
Sure. That's gonna be a 23. But also, I have blind sense, so if he tries to sneak up on me.
Oh no, he's not hiding. He's not hiding
Okay.
at all. He is standing out in the open, kind of on that balcony that overlooks where the entrances to most of the rooms go, and he's just kind of standing in his normal place, overlooking everything. As you look at him for about 6 seconds, though, you notice the slight glint as his eye slowly turns and looks directly at you as you look at him.
Yeah, she does not, because I think she put her veil back over her face.
Yeah.
So it's only her eyes that he would see, and she just, it's just she keeps it as a acknowledgement as to, who's in the room, where he is. She doesn't make a big fuss about it. But I'm assuming I see my companions.
They are hard to miss.
So
yes,
yeah, she'll over to them.
So as you walk over, I'd say, what would you two be having for lunch? I think Belgar would have a nice tray of sardines, kippers, and other meat products.
Yes. So meat products or fish.
Maybe
Separate types of
Um,
meats.
maybe a nice wine to go with that.
Mm-hmm.
Nassim is having like some sort of like curry dish with like flatbread and rice with like a good tea.
So
Because as
those
much as she loves coffee, coffee does not go with curry in her mind.
two are definitely enjoying the luxuries of all you can eat. So, Entropia, you just kind of walk over, and both of you almost choke as she sits down because you still cannot detect her walking up on you, and you hate it.
For the
She's
life
not
of
even
me.
in her regular outfit, which is even funnier.
I hate it when you do that.
Oh, I quite enjoy it.
Of course you would.
She doesn't announce herself. She just is.
And honestly, for how long we've been traveling together, darling, you should be used to this. Honestly.
I'm used to it.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean I like it.
Good in one of those scare houses that I've heard of back in Iman.
Ooh, that
I
could be
don't
a
know if there
fun side hobby. You know, after
yeah,
saving the world and all that.
yeah, you become a permanent attraction at a haunted house.
Though, we have an interesting situation. As
Oh,
she just kind of like leans into the two of them, so that way it's
Yeah,
just them hearing.
yeah,
Um,
where are the other two?
she just like her eyes, because I imagine the bottle is like just strapped to like her belt or something. So her eyes just go down to the bottle. A friend wanted to say hello to them, apparently on the way back.
Of course.
So, and there's other things that I've learned, though I'd wish to not discuss it here. I would
fair
prefer
enough.
somewhere more private.
Are we able to get into
So,
Joe's office? Or
Joe's room?
room?
I don't believe so. But we do have my room.
or one of ours.
Actually, one of yours might be better. As she just like her eyes are like continuing to like look around. Um, it's literally just the scanning of the space. Kind of
Not
keeping
so subtly just whipping my head around.
just kind of she's considering the fact that the maitre d has clocked her. She is like keeping tabs of where he is in case he moves.
So, as you are looking around, you notice like the maitre d is now like staring at you.
Hmm.
But as you do so, you see him slowly smile.
Hmm.
He waves and then he points behind you.
She does a very subtle like looking behind.
As you slowly turn, you suddenly notice a familiar face slowly begin to notice you. Turn around and walk over, his cane tapping on it, his finely made shoes, his purple velvet vest as Jaren Culver comes over.
Oh, Jaren Cleef, you mean?
Cleef. Sorry.
He decided to change his like establishment.
Eh,
He now runs a fast food place,
yeah.
Culver's.
So, yeah, Jaren Cleef slowly walks over. Ah! Hello!
Oh,
Oh!
Hello.
You're here too. Huh.
hello, darling.
Yes. Ah. Well, good to see we're all here.
Indeed. What brings you to this place?
Oh, my good boy. What I've said. He suddenly flicks his hand and several finely like printed invitations appear in his hand that he sets down on the table. As promised, I said you would come, and you may come when it is at your convenience. And he sets it down. Formal invitations to the Purple Dragon Club.
Ooh, so it's kind of like we wouldn't even need the map. the masks
We would-
and shouldn't.
We wouldn't need anything, which this is perfect because the three of us were the ones he extended the invitation to.
That's true.
And
Yep.
and Joe, but Joe's not here at the moment.
Joe's not here,
Where
and
is your other friend?
She is currently indisposed at the moment.
Ah,
she is running a bath. She's had a very long day.
indeed. Well, I will not bother you anymore. That was the small bit of business. But if you are... you're more familiar with the, general retinue around town, are you?
I mean,
Somewhat. We've
We've
been here
only
a few
been here-
days.
we're about to say we've only been here for a few days.
Yes, but I was just wondering if you knew any of the local working sorts. I will admit, I've been trying to find someone for the past couple of days, and I've been rather failing at it.
Perhaps they're on holiday, depending on who it is.
Possibly,
Yeah.
but, I mean, why go on holiday when you already live in paradise? But I can see your point.
What do you have? A description? A name?
Oh, she would be Dragonborn, works for the local blacksmith. I can't think of her name off the top of my head, but it's a matter of club business. It's a trifling matter. If it doesn't come up or if you don't know, that's fine. I just was thinking, since you all seem to be quite prolific around town, from at least what I've been hearing from the local scuttlebutt.
We have been making ourselves known, it seems.
With that, you see him kind of just like look over at you in particular and just say, "Indeed, you have."
Well, haven't really seen any Dragonborn around these parts. So,
Yeah. Yes, most of your kind went into the interior. No offense to yourself. Just, I suppose it's not exactly a conducive climate to you, but I am not as familiar with the fineries of your cultural preferences in these matters of climate and such. It'll be something that we can discuss when you come by the manse, of course.
of course.
Is
If
there
anything, I think they were
anything
probably teaching for higher elevation.
High elevation, interesting. Tell me, will there be anything you will need to feel more comfortable in the club itself? I can try to be as accommodating as possible.
I mean, as long as you have enough meat to eat, I think we'll be fine if you're serving out foods and drinks
Oh,
and
there
stuff over there.
There are foods and delights aplenty. Just a small favor I ask is that the place is of social liberation, as it were. I would prefer that we not judge those who are partaking in their small bits of free time, as it were. That is all.
Of course,
Is there-
darling.
Is there a dress code?
I prefer people who are dressed well. But if you must come in what you have or what you have not, that is sometimes just as acceptable.
So you want us to come in the buff? Got you.
If that is what you wish to do, I will not stop you. These are formal invitations, and I am a man of my word.
I won't do it, but the urge to go in the buff is strong.
And
I
Trophy
won't
just
do it.
shakes her head.
Yeah, good luck catching me in that sense.
We will be there. Thank you for the invitations, darling.
Of
Of
course.
course.
And I bid you all a very fine day. He kind of turns on his heels and slowly walks out, and any who wish can make me an insight.
I'll
Yes.
do it for the lulls.
You
Yeah.
bet.
Strictly for the lulls.
Come on, character sheet
12.
load up.
It's not bad for me because I have a +0.
Okay, come on. Everything's being slow on the internet.
Ooh,
Look at Belgar.
I got 23
Okay,
for my
hold
insight.
on. Everything's being slow for me.
That's fair.
Boop, boop, boop.
Ooh,
27!
Very nice.
Nasib, as you're just kind of contemplating moving in the buff, you slowly begin to clock that there are several people who are now just so happening to finish their meals, stand up, pay for themselves, and leave around the same time as Jaren.
Okay.
Anything... Is there anything identifiable about... Like, is there anything about them that, like, would group them all together? Aside from them just leaving the same time he is.
That is... So, the one thing that you clock is that most of them, despite the heat, they are rather, like... They're dressed in, like, fancier cloaks. All of them are wearing gloves and, like, higher collared tunics, which is a bit odd of a fashion choice.
Interesting.
That's suspicious!
That's weird.
I mean, it's like a uniform almost, wouldn't you think?
Almost. Well, yeah, and she points them. She points them all out. They might be some of the club goers.
Possibly. But we can discuss more in... Actually, why don't we go to Belgar's room?
Good idea. Takes her bowl and some bread and her invitation and starts going up to Belgar's room.
I will say before we would go to Belgar's room, Entropia for like a lunch would order like some type of like, basically like a charcuterie board of some kind.
Would you
with,
like it delivered to your room, ma'am?
if you can deliver it to this gentleman's room, and she points out Belgar, that would be lovely.
Very good, ma'am.
Thank you, darling.
Pot of tea, pot of coffee.
Very good, ma'am.
Thanks.
You're quite welcome.
And
Was that the maitre d'?
No.
it was the barkeep.
Yes.
Sorry. Your voices sometimes get wires crossed in my brain.
Mm-hmm. But yeah. Up to Belgar's room.
Yay.
Avoiding the maitre d' in the process. At least I am.
That's
Or at
why
least
I
I'm
brought
doing
the
my best.
That's why I brought the aromatic curry.
He's standing at the opposite side.
Alright, so you go up to the room and you close the door behind you, make sure it's locked and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So you all just kind of sit down in the room.
I will say during the conversation, Entropia is going to make it a point to have an ear towards the door, not on the door, but towards the door, just to make sure she doesn't hear any, anyone like trying to listen in on conversations.
Alright.
Okay. I want to take a look at the invitation, so I'm going to pull mine out and take a look at it. What does it say?
To that who bears this ever so auspicious invitation, are welcome within the homes of those who set above the rest. Welcome in formal greeting to the Purple Dragon Club.
Okay. Is there anything else on it, like any kind of markings or anything on it?
I mean, it has at least your pseudonymal name, your alias name written upon it.
Okay.
And appears to have some sort of signature or marking, which you would guess is Jaren's personal seal or something of the sort.
Okay.
Oh, it's a real shame that we don't have a wizard here to make sure it's not magic.
I I mean, I'm no wizard, but I could take a glance over it. I
True.
did grow up in a cult, a wizard cult.
Yeah, you did.
Alright, if you wish, you can roll me an Arcana check.
Sure. I'm not proficient, but, you know, that's about what I expected. A 9.
You have no idea. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
there are any number of sort of things that people could do to enchant a thing and you wouldn't know about it.
Yeah, that's fair. Nothing seems off about it, so I believe we are all right. Though, and I imagine there's like a couch, like some couches or something.
Yeah, you kind of sit down and you gotta kind of get a slight creak out of it as you sit down on it.
So, in regards to that dragonborn he mentioned,
Mm-hmm.
it's been taken care of clearly, which is great. There's a bounty for her. Someone wants a dragonborn, and as Kriv and I were on our way to the old man's house, we stopped by Jujon to give a warning to possibly get her into hiding, because I received this information. And she would pull out the thieves' canted bounty ad,
As you...
and she would, yeah, which does not look like what she's saying it is, but she kind of like goes through and like explains it to the two of them.
So funny enough, even though she explains it, neither of you can still not make heads or tails of this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you can read this, but it does look like gibberish.
I was
know
about
that.
to say, this looks like nothing. This looks like the ramblings of a madman.
That's because they don't want it well known. One of the mercs gave this to me and told me. So without them seeing, without them noticing, we gave the warning to her. So she's currently in hiding.
Excellent.
Well, at least she is. We don't have any knowledge of where she went then, so they can't exactly pry it out of us.
Exactly.
But now we know that the someone is probably this Purple Dragon Club. That's definitely totally not a cult.
It most certainly is. And also, Kriv and I were unfortunately caught by the old man's wife. And one, she has the same cat thing that Creek has. The big white thing that screeches like a person. They have one.
Oh,
But
is that how
also-
you got found out?
No, not exactly, but the wife, because I'm not remembering her name.
Gwen.
Gwen. Her name is Gwen. She is the sister of that half-elf that Mr. Haw had a painting of with from the Farglade family. Farglade? Is that right?
Farglade, yes.
From the Farglade family. And she believes that something happened.
I'm trying to
that caught-
remember. Did you ever tell anyone else about that picture?
I believe we were all in the room when she was explaining it to Joe on the findings that she found in the in Haw's office.
All right.
So
Okay.
So this you would know about the half elf that we don't know, that unfortunately passed. It was totally for something. Yeah, and just the fact that this Gwen is her sister, and she's convinced that Mr. Cleef may or may not be the reason why her sister is dead.
I mean, at this point, I'm definitely believing he probably would be.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it was him or not that actually done the deed, or if it was one of the lackeys. who knows?
Either way, it's involved.
It
At
is.
this, there's a knock on the door.
Who is it?
Room service.
Entropy will go and open the door to let them in, to drop off whatever.
As you open the door, you see not the person you were expecting with the voice. You see the maitre d' holding
Of
the tray.
course. She will. Hello, darling. And she will, like, still pretending, and she will, step back, allow him to step in the room.
Gives a slight nod, sets the tray down, and steps out of the room.
When he steps out of the room, she'll shut the door. Do I hear footsteps of him moving away?
1 second, 2, 3. Takes about 10 before you hear the sound of steps walking away.
Sneak.
You will give it an extra minute before she ever so slightly opens the door and looks out.
There doesn't
Make
appear
sure.
to be anyone there, unless you wish to roll me a perception check.
Sure. Centropia does not trust him. That is a dirty 20.
You do not see anyone in the vicinity.
Alright. Out of game, are you guys aware that the Major D may or may not be not spying on Entropia, but like
Stalking her?
yeah.
I don't know if... We don't know that because Joe did not tell us that.
Okay, I couldn't remember. I think, did she tell us that when she arrived at the mansion?
She told you about it.
Right. Okay. Also, heads up, because I wanted to make sure he left. You know how I totally did not sneak into Mr. Hall's office for that information?
What'd you do?
I know what you mean.
Exactly. You both are learning. She just gives you like the affectionate like taps on the cheeks. Anyways, apparently the maitre d', he caught a whiff of my scent. So Jocasta informed me to stay away from him.
What's tapping, Josh? What's
you see
tapping?
up on the window that's closed currently, you see what's her name? Moira? Your bird.
Oh, Maury!
Yeah.
I'm gonna let her in.
Flitters
Hello,
down,
darling.
lands on your shoulder.
All the scritches.
You see what appears to be pigeon feathers mixed in with her own.
Did you have fun, darling? She's giving her all the sketches. And she'll shut the window also after War's let in. But yeah, he may or may not be stalking me. I'm not sure. So I'm trying to stay away from him and possibly figure out ways to have me not smell like myself.
Well,
One moment. Just reaches into her pack, and I've had this for so long.
Amazing. We love
I've had this since like the super beginning, and she pulls out a bottle of perfume.
oh yeah, I have some of that too. Well, just not the same thing.
If you smell it, it's gonna smell like lemons and lavender.
Oh, where did you get this perfume again? Just so that.
That came from the Moon Elves when they came to Darktoe like 5 ever ago.
Ah, yes. Okay.
Yep, they gave me one too.
Yeah, from the festival that was happening. Like this was like years ago.
I was gonna say, this sounds like early campaign shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is like 5-6 years ago. Ugh.
It's all coming together, baby.
Yeah.
Remember the many years ago.
What's the one, Belgar, if you remember or have it written down, what's the one, if you have perfume as well, what's the scent you have?
It was like
It's like an earthy campfire smell.
yeah.
It's a mix
Okay.
of campfire and earth.
They would not. Well, because. Interesting. As she's like. I imagine it's like she's looking at both. Though. I have a lavender soap, so I'm not sure if this would be wise. As she like holds up the one Nassim has. But this might throw him off, at least a little. Do you mind if I borrow some?
Go
Belgar?
for it. As far as I remember, the Moon Elves said it was from Draconia at one point, so you're more welcome to use it.
More fitting, actually, then. As she'll, like, put a little bit on. Smell weird.
I'm sure the Purple Dragon Club will love it.
Mm-hmm.
For all we know, that you just put on an aphrodisiac that's gonna make all the horny cultists go all over you.
I mean, as far as I remember, they said it was a man's cologne, so it's not like
I mean,
it's whatever you want to think it is.
Things could get interesting. We'll say that much.
Mm-hmm. Things could potentially get interesting. But it's definitely better than the lemon lavender because she has the lavender soap.
Hmm.
So. But yeah. Not my typical scent, but it will work.
You kind of smell like Kriv.
Which I don't mind.
But as this is going, so what are your plans for the rest of the day?
So, do we go in here looking hot? Or do we come in here looking like we're gonna start a fight?
I'm always looking like I'm going to start a fight.
But we're
I mean-
also always hot. We're a bit of
Do we
both,
want
darling.
to dress in fancy clothes, or do we want to dress in our gear?
I mean, my fancy armor is back with Jujon. The other armor I have is currently a bit lesser in the terms of looks.
I feel as if we're going to go to a place such as the Purple Dragon Club, I feel as if we should, in a way, dress the part. Look very nice. Look like we belong there. Might be smarter.
Also, they probably think that we're dumber than we are. So if we dress looking like we're prepared to fight,
Mm-hmm.
they might be more willing to do bullshit. And we might not learn shit.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Belgar, I'm sorry for your wallet.
Shopping!
Oh no.
We're gonna find a hot shit, potentially magic shit.
I would say for Entropia, at the very least, it's going to be hot shit, but also like, you know, she could fight in it if it comes down to it.
Okay, so
Just
where are you
shopping.
going? Yeah, where are you going to shop?
I don't know. Where?
Ooh,
where
oh no, I moved the date thing. Oops. I didn't move it that bad. It's fine. It's fine.
Let's see. Okay, we got the Grand Bazaar over here. The Diamond in the Rough. Is the Diamond in the Rough a jewelry shop?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Good
That
to
gives
know.
some Dark Toe vibes. I
Yeah, a
think.
little bit.
Okay.
So yeah, we can go there. I'm looking. Let's see. Hall
I mean,
of Deer
there's-
was the town hall, right? Essentially,
Huh?
the Hall of the Dira.
Yeah, that's the town hall.
The
That's
town hall.
basically where the judges meet.
Right. Okay. Just double checking on shit. Well, we could go back to what's the Golden Gifts? That's down by the Dipping Rim.
Golden gifts? One
Yeah.
sec.
That's the stress.
Where the heck is it? Sorry, I'm looking through my... Oh! That's a misprint. That is supposed to be called Rock's Gifts.
Okay. What is it?
It's a Fletcher's.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Got it. All right, so we could go to the Grand Bazaar and the Diamond in the Rough to see if there's anything there.
Josh, is Dalen's Closet just an inn, or is it also a store?
It's...
have a shop.
If I'm remembering correctly, it's just an inn.
Okay, I didn't know if it was also like a high-end clothing place.
I mean, there is a quality tailor, but...
Right.
Nah.
And then there's the Caboodle by DeWalt. They also did. Well, that's where I think the dress got dropped off.
Yeah.
That's where the dress got dropped off for alterations.
Yeah. So.
Well, why don't we start at the bazaar?
No. I was right. So, the Golden Gifts is a bank.
Oh, okay. That's a bank.
Oh.
Got it. All right. So yeah, we can do the Grand Bazaar and Diamond in the Rough.
Yeah, see what we get there.
Sorry, Tropia.
Mhm.
I take it since you didn't kill the wife, there's no money that you brought back with you?
No, I did not kill her. Though we took some very nice cigars that she did not want because they belonged to her late husband. Though she did ask if at any point we learn any information regarding her sister. Perhaps we could send it back to her. So that way she
Alright.
knows.
I just moved us over to the thing. I'm assuming we're doing a walk and talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Tropy would get back into like her more like comfier
Casual.
clothes. Yeah, her more casual stuff.
Alright, so... As you head over to the Diamond in the Rough and the Grand Bazaar, the Diamond in the Rough is definitely... The architecture is very strange. It definitely invokes certain parts of Darktoe vibes to you as you go up to it. It appears to be at least a little bit busy, but not like prohibitively so that you can go in.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
as we're walking up, and Tropy's like, "Do you think they take electrums here?"
Maybe we could offload some.
I have a few.
I got some too. I'd love to get rid of them.
I don't have many myself, but I'm sure there's something to spend.
Your favorite activity, darling? Spending money.
I mean, it's necessary. But when you had a bunch of it and then most of it's gone, it was kind of disappointing.
So,
Doing we're just the joy.
We're both just patting either side of his cheeks.
Well, no, I'm patting him on like the back of his shoulder, like there, buddy.
Nope, I purposely flown up high enough to pat him on the cheek.
so
Because I'm a little shit.
as you go in, there's a slight chime as you open the door, and you see several well-to-do looking men and women of various racial and ethnic backgrounds who are perusing the gems. Though you do see what appears to be like rambling sorts, like dressed up in dirty traveling wear, who seem to be talking with a man at the desk, and there's the like 500. It's the size of my thumb. Yeah, I've seen ones bigger than that, sir. You either take the 200, or we can do other business. Understood? The leader of this group, apparently a half-elf of some kind with a bow strung over his shoulder, just like, "Pah!" throws down the gem. Take it. I hope you choke on it too, and I hope you enjoy your gold, sir. He says, setting a small pouch of gold across the table. Pleasure doing business with you and your lot.
This attention.
Now kiss.
Was there? Are they dressed in a specific way?
Traveling leathers, high boots, weapons strapped onto their hips and backs, and various sorts. Potions at the ready. They appear to be adventurers, at least from a passing glance.
Okay. Do they have any, like, symbols, like they represent any particular groups or anything like that?
Oh, yeah, roll me a perception check.
Yeah. All the perception. That'd be a 25.
You see what appears to be the symbol of a, You're not familiar with the symbol, but it appears to be some sort of, like, reptile that looks like it's sliding down a orange wave of some kind.
They'll, like, mumble that to the two of them. She doesn't recognize it.
Nassim, roll me a nature check.
I was about to ask if I could recognize that. I think I might. I probably won't do well. 14?
Oh, that's a sand surfer. It's a local lizard here. They climb up, and instead of like climbing all the way down the dunes, they just slide across on their bellies on their sides.
Okay. Oh. And the symbol is a sand surfer. It's a worm that lives out in the desert. It's
Right.
it's the nicer cousin to the worse ones.
I see.
This. Okay, look, there's different types of sand worms in the desert. This is the one you'd rather find. All it does is just roll down the dunes and looks like a derp. It doesn't try to eat you.
That's kind of cute.
Sounds like you could catch easy if you wanted to.
Oh, they're real easy to catch. They're really good barbecued.
Yes, can I help you?
Oh, hello, darling.
Pleasant and well-formed day. How can I help you?
We were invited to a party, and we wish to look our best, so we came to see what pieces you have.
He gives out a small smile, his very rough, black, like darker sunburnt skin, just slowly, like, kind of... He has, like... It's not a unhandsome face, but you can definitely tell that the sun doesn't exactly agree with him as well as anyone, as other people. He's got this kind of, like, ovalish, kind of nice appearing face, short, whitish sideburns on the side of his bald head, and he's got these very bright green eyes.
Okay.
Does he look like anyone that either Belgar or Nassim saw during their time in Darktoe? Since this place has Darktoe vibes.
Roll me a history check.
Okay. This place has the vibes. I'm checking the vibes.
Dropi's gonna start looking at whatever jewelry pieces he's got.
18?
9 from me.
So, he himself doesn't look like anyone in particular, but the style and the general setting of his garb seems to be like... It is reminiscent of the upper crust societies that are around Darktoe. The high breeches, the fancy coats, the high top shoes.
All right. On that note, so does this place take all forms of payment? And she's gonna very discreetly hold up an electrum.
Precious metals, stones. I'm willing to trade for anything and sell what I can.
Good to know. That tells me all I need to know.
What pieces does he have?
Yes.
As you look around, you see smaller, more commonly priced pieces that have bits of semi-precious stones, some smaller diamond rings, some that have small emerald sapphires and all that. You see bigger and fancier jewelry pieces. Some of them that look like they were very intricately made with these waving scale patterns through it, and it just kind of scales up and up. The larger these pieces get, the more intricate and diverse that they are. Among the larger pieces, there's no two styles that are necessarily the similar. There's one that is a very geometrically patterned, a circlet of some kind. You see what appears to be a long kind of curling golden gauntlet that kind of has this almost liquidy, but yet sharp and serrated edges to it. You see what appears to be this fancy golden chain that is made of some kind of you're not quite sure if it's silver or something else, but it has these massive diamonds in it that almost seems to radiate their own personal light. It seems that the smaller pieces may be locally made, but the larger ones might have been sourced from other places.
Okay.
You ever star diamonds catch your eye?
Is that what that is? As she points to, I'm assuming, the big gaudy diamond necklace.
Ah, yes. Got those from a rather down his luck adventurer from Taodore. Willing to sell it for a fair price, though.
Actually, hold on. Quick question. Do they look similar to... Because I still have that, essentially jewelry box thing, or music box thing, that I can open up from Kriv, that, a star kind of comes up and, kind of, floats and, glows. Do they look similar to that? Or is it different?
It's different.
It's different? Okay, fair enough. Where did you get this? It's quite beautiful.
As I just said, I got it from a down-on-the-luck adventurer from Taodore.
Did they say where they found it?
I try not to ask where some of my customers get their product.
Of course.
It's bad for business.
Of course. I was just curious. Though I feel as if, darling, as she's just if she's able to just kind of, gently put a gloved hand behind it, kind of holding it up, looking back to Belgar, I feel like this suits you. It's certainly as shiny as you.
It is.
All right. What about you two?
He
just accepts it. He's like, this is my life now. This is what I get. I'm trying to think what kind of vibe would be for Entropia.
Honestly, have you ever seen blue sandstone?
I'm gonna Google it.
It's the dark blue stones that are super sparkly and shimmery.
Ooh.
Looks like a night sky.
Oh, ooh, yes, 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 yes. I like that. Is there anything with those kind of gems? Whether it be
Do
a
you know what-
bracelet or a necklace, I'd say those probably be what Entropy would be looking for.
Sorry, which ones? I spaced out for a second.
Do you know what blue sandstone is, Josh?
I can certainly look it up on my handy dandy magical device known as a computator.
It looks
It's
it looks like a galaxy.
Yeah, it's very pretty.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah. Whether it be a necklace or a bracelet.
Oh, you can certainly start looking for it.
I'll start looking around.
What are the rest of you
She-
doing?
I mean, I'm gonna be looking around for anything that's got like either quartz, blue topaz, aquamarine, something that's like very light looking with
Alright.
gold.
As you eventually begin looking around, you find some pieces that look pretty old, but they seem to match your style.
Which one's style, mine or hers?
Or
Yours.
both.
Yours in particular.
Nassim or Entropia's?
Sorry, Nassim, the last person who was talking.
Ah.
Okay. So she holds up. Is it like a necklace, a bracelet, earrings,
It's
ring?
let's see if I can find a necklace that looks similar to it.
But it's a necklace.
I'm gonna run to the restroom and we'll be right back.
Okay,
Mm.
see you
Alrighty.
soon. Don't fall in. Don't drop the soap.
Belgar would probably be looking for anything that's maybe of older draconian make. If there is anything in the store that looks like it.
So, that is actually no problem for you to find. There is an unusual amount of draconian, like, style trinkets that are here.
Mhm. I mean, it makes sense with
Okay.
the Purple Dragon Club here.
Interested in draconian oddities, my friend? No, I wouldn't be that surprised.
Yes. It's for a gift for somebody later.
Belgar!
Well, I will warn you that those are rather the premium, so I might not part with them that easily. But you seem to be the sort that has a fair bit of weight, a fair bit of negotiating power behind you.
Indeed. Does any of these have any kind of red rubies?
Actually, funny you mention that. He reaches down, he actually finds what looks like a wrap package. I have this. That was going to go to another customer, but early bird gets the worm, as it were. He hasn't paid for it yet, so if you're interested, he slowly opens it, and you see what appears to be an old, like, torque, like a platinum torque that has what appears to be, like, a symbol of Bahamut, who has, like, a large cut along his side, and the rubies are, like, the blood that is slowly dripping down, and actually kind of does a spiral pattern down to the end, where at the very end where his tail is, there's this large ruby that hangs off the end.
Hmm.
Belgar, that sounds perfect.
I think so too.
Oh,
Would it be too much to ask how much the other was willing to pay for it?
they were willing to pay like 1,300 for this. Belgar,
Keep it
roll me a religion check.
Oh boy, a thing I'm definitely good at, despite being a cleric.
I'm also not good at religion checks, also being a cleric.
Oh, that's not too bad though. 19.
Belgar, this is like something that a priest of Bahamut would have worn. Like this is like religious regalia.
That's not weird.
Nope.
Who was came back, I think, as you were explaining it. Who, I guess, wanted this? The Bahamut stuff?
So another client had wanted this, but they hadn't paid for it yet. The guy is showing it to Belgar because Belgar wanted draconian stuff, and it's basically like a platinum torque that's got rubies in it and a symbol of Bahamut.
Hot.
Yes, I think he wants to get it for his wife.
Yeah.
Yes. As a, I'm glad we could save you present.
Well, probably after
glad
we've saved
you're
her, but yeah.
Just while you're discussing this with the guy at the table, Belgar, the girls are just gossiping behind you.
He's gonna get it for his wife.
Oh my god!
Belgar's over here like,
Shut up! Shut up!
Yeah. We'll keep it out, and we'll see what the others want, and then we'll total up the gold in its entirety.
Well, consider myself impressed. Usually when you're adventurers, if I may be so bold as to ask.
We are, yes.
You're usually the type that are selling here rather than buying, but a pleasant surprise to say the least.
We're always welcome to get some things in return, too.
Actually, hold on. I'm gonna look through my shit. I might have some stuff that he might want.
I do have 2 sapphires on me still.
This would be the place to sell it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I have.
If you have gems to sell, I'm always in the need for it. There are plenty of clientele here who need plenty of, in particular, if you have diamonds, sapphires, emeralds, rubies, or onyx. All of those would be appreciated.
I mean, I'm not selling my diamonds. I need those.
Yeah, those are kind of important.
Yeah.
But I have 4 sapphires.
I've got 2 myself.
Yeah, I don't have it written down how nice they are.
Oh, I will buy whatever you have, please.
But I'll leave that. So out of the game, I'll leave that to your discretion how much it should be worth. Since I did not write it down, and they've been in my inventory forever.
Yeah, same.
So there wasn't
remember where
quality
I
or
got
size?
No, you didn't give me a quality for the ones that I'm currently talking about now.
Mm.
You probably gave it to me way back when we got the perfumes, actually.
They might have been for mine, because I have 4 of them. I vaguely remember. I don't remember where it was, but I think we found. I think I found a pouch of really nice cut sapphires. I think.
Well, if you present that, he will actually light up.
So you know what? She'll open that little, because I imagine she keeps them in a little pouch. She'll open that pouch up onto the counter to show him, and we'll say that she found the blue sandstone, a bracelet that she could wear. Out of curiosity, how much are these worth? As she pushes the sapphires over.
Well, you are in luck. As I said, certain gems are highly praised here. Apparently, they're in fashion with the upper crust. But for these, I'd give you 1,000 gold for them flat out.
Ooh. And how much would this be? As she did a bracelet with it's like beads of the rounded beads of the blue sandstone. How much would that be?
This? No more than 50 gold, he says, setting it down.
And
these stones aren't too rare in these parts. I have a few rings, and I think I have a tiara somewhere that has those.
Do I get rings and a tiara also?
you should just start building out your royal collection for when you're queen with Kriv.
You know what? I might as well. Yeah, I'm gonna start looking for tiaras and rings.
Earrings and...
Yeah. Oh, the bedazzle.
I see you have an eye for the historical, he says, looking to you, Nassim, with the necklace.
Oh? And what could you tell me about this piece?
All I know is that those sand surfers back there got it when they were out in the dunes outside on Corel, he says as he starts, looking it over.
And what are the stones? Because the image you showed me had, dark blue ones and, light blue ones
Well,
in it.
it's primarily aquamarine, but there are some other less... Well, I'm not going to say worthless, but there's some jade in there, there's some smaller pearls that are set along the coast. It's a nice piece. I'd say no less than 100 gold pieces for it.
Do you have anything that what would you recommend to match?
Well, I have a few pieces. One, if you're feeling particularly eccentric.
Entropia just looks at Nassim like, if that ain't who you are.
I'm intrigued. I'm not gonna say yes, but I want to see it. I want to see it. I'm intrigued.
Fun fact, that necklace was actually part of the set. So we have the earrings here that goes with it. We have a few rings. There's this golden under torque that kind of this kind of under thing. It's a large flat piece of gold that kind of goes up underneath it.
It's just in a full Egyptian headdress
and
set.
Then of course there's a mask that goes with it as he holds what obviously looks like an ancient Marquesian burial mask.
I totally
it's gold. It's gold on the inside.
That's a funerary mask.
Oh, what? I have no... What do you mean?
Does that look like something that would be placed on, I don't know, a mummy?
Yeah.
Did good old Petra have something similar? Or was he just mummy?
Well, you never looked inside his stuff. He may
That's
have
fair.
had something like that.
There's just a quiet chuckle coming from Entropia.
Shut up. Shut up. Fuck you. That is definitely a funeral mask.
I have no idea what you mean.
That's a bit... I like the other pieces. That is unfortunately a bit eccentric for me.
Oh, that is a shame.
But I do like the other pieces that go with the necklace.
I can assure you it's perfectly safe.
That doesn't make my statement feel... That doesn't make me feel better about my statement of what that is.
It's the problem with these Marquesian types. They're always so superstitious, he says, putting the mask away. Well, at least you will take the rest of it, I assume.
I will take the rest of it.
Alright, good. And for you, sir?
So it sounds like the ladies got what they want. I'll be getting that necklace I pointed out.
Oh, yes, of course. Excellent choice, sir.
Thank you. And do you think I should get that other thing you pointed out, you two?
Yes.
Absolutely.
All right. What'll be our total with that, if you include our sapphires that have been bartered?
Sorry,
He gets out his own,
sorry,
too.
with the necklace, what was the other thing?
So he
there
wants
was
the shiny
stars.
diamond necklace,
Ah,
the torque, my jewelry set, her jewelry set.
And then I've offered my sapphires, which are worth 1,000. And then he has 2 sapphires, which I don't know how much they would be worth.
Yeah, I don't know how much they'd be worth either. We didn't really say what they were like. They're probably just standard.
Standard.
alright. So with that, you're in total, with the discounted amount from the sapphires and with the sets and tax, Clovis Concord tax, of course, and double tried price, time required, remuneration, so on and so forth. The final price comes to about 750 gold.
Okay.
All right. We can do
That's not as bad
750
as I
gold.
thought it was gonna be.
Well, you didn't get too expensive with stuff, aside from the necklace, but that price was pretty much all... That price was pretty much set up by the sapphires, which... Much appreciation. If you have anything else like this, I would be more than happy to buy it at a top coin.
Nothing at the moment.
Can't blame a man for trying.
So 700.
We'll give it to you. Yeah, it was 750.
750. I'll, at the very least, I'll go halvesies on it with you, Belgar. On the price.
All right. What's half of 750?
That's a good question. We're gonna do math.
375.
Yeah. So,
Yay, math.
woo.
All right.
Unless there's anything else. But yeah.
But anyway, slowly leave Diamonds in the Rough, and then you'll head out to the bazaar.
Yeah.
To find clothing to now go with our outfits, which I have been searching Pinterest this whole time.
Yes. We must look hot.
We have to look hot, but functional.
Just make sure
In
you
case we
leave
have
a
to
nice
fight.
description for our watchers.
Of course.
Of course we are. That's why I'm looking for something I can actually describe. But do we find like a nice clothing shop that looks like it sells higher end clothing?
I mean, you could find stalls that have what appear to be fine dresses on display, but if you want, like, a store, you would need to go over to the tailor guy that you know.
Okay, well let's search. Let's find something that fits Belgar first.
He's gonna be the hard one.
Ooh.
Just a bit.
Nope, there we go. There we go. I found what I'm gonna wear. I'll describe that later. But yes, do we find any stalls that look like they have clothing that would fit Belgar?
It's not something that would be easy to find, so yeah, roll me a investigation check.
Okay.
I will also roll investigation.
Because we gotta make sure he is glorious.
That's a 22 for me.
Wow,
Boy.
very nice.
Let's see what I
Reliable
got.
talent.
That is a 14 for me.
So,
It's a check.
Hello, Jack.
Hello, hello.
We
Just
are.
to let
Yeah, so to catch you up, the dress that you were given to have altered so you could wear it, it has been dropped off. Assuming it's been dropped off. The three of us were given invitations by Darren Cleef for the club, and
Which-
yeah,
Josh, did he leave one for Joe as well, or did he just only give the 3 to us?
he
the
he left
invitations.
one for Joe.
Okay, so we have one for Joe. It has your alias. All of them have our alias names on them. We are currently shopping for fancy clothes to wear to the Dragon Inn and jewelry and stuff. We're shopping.
So, as you walk over, you see what appears to be a large it's not an orc. He's not like it's not a troll. Entropia, you've never seen a guy like this before, but Nassim and Belgar, you've seen a guy like this before. This is what appears to be a half ogre. As you see
Okay.
him like slowly like pinning up these like very fine looking like large robed garments.
Well, hello.
Hello, hello.
Yes. Can I help you?
We were invited to a very nice party tonight, and we're trying to find something that will fit him.
You came to the right place. This is the place for all of us who are big and tall. Nate, I could tell you that the reason I started this, and as you're talking, suddenly, Entropia, you hear a familiar sound coming from the bottle.
Uh-oh.
And
She's just
before
gonna
you-
go in a corner. She can run into a corner away.
Before you can do that, suddenly Jocasta is ejected violently out of the bottle and crashes onto the stand of this guy who's sawing the clothes.
Oh dear.
It appears you dropped someone.
They have a habit of doing that.
Terribly sorry, darling. As Entropia's gonna quickly help Jocasta up onto her feet.
Yeah, same. Also helping Joe up.
Hi.
Welcome back.
That hurt. I didn't enjoy it.
Are you okay?
Just dusting you off.
She's just like, yes, I think I'm fine.
Okay, well, you wanted to buy some clothes then?
We did. Something
Yes, for him.
for like the finer occasions.
I think
Going
I
to a
could get
party.
something that fits you. Says he slowly begins to like dig around in the garments. I think here. If you want to just go back in this little tent I have over here, you can change into it.
All right.
Incredible.
So, Belgar, as you just kind of go in, there's this perfume that is just like permeating the whole place. It's not agreeing with you. Like, you're kind of slowly scrunching your nose and you're like, you feel a sneeze coming on. So just roll me a con check to see if you can just keep yourself in this place and not just like sneeze your head off.
That's a 14 from me.
You managed to do so as you take these few minutes to undon yourself and regarb yourself. You come out in what appears to be like almost what would be somewhat of a mixture between, like... I'm trying to think on what it would be called. What is it called? Kind of like a mixture of like a tikya from like an Islamic tikya, so like a long robe, but it also has what appears to be like a kind of like silk capelet, half toga thing that kind of has like it kind of sash and cape at the same time, and it rolls over and it actually like hangs nicely over where your tail is.
Alright.
The only problem is that the robe part kind of like it's a bit awkward, so the guy's just like, oh, I can fix that. He just takes this crude knife and just cuts up the back area, and it just kind of hangs on either side. It's like, there you go. Oh, you're kind of, one sec. And he just starts, like, quickly, like, sewing and cleaning the edges. Yeah, don't want to show off your baked goods there at the end. Meh.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if I could just get like 15 gold for that, that'd be great.
Sure. I'll give him 15 gold.
Thank you.
What color is it?
Oh, it's red.
Oh.
He looks hot.
Oh, and with the fancy diamond that he's gonna be wearing,
He's
Oh.
gonna look hot.
you're gonna look so good.
The silk capelet's red and the undershirt's like a white color.
Ooh, yes.
Okay, yeah, that is definitely a good vibe. That actually, weirdly enough, is gonna match what I picked out to wear. All right. Well, thank you.
Yes, thanks
Bye.
again.
Excuse me, ma'am, are you like some sort of mysterious fey creature? Do you grant wishes?
No.
No, not you, the one that came out of your friend's... I don't want to say ass, but it kind of just looked like that.
I have no words for you, and she just leaves.
Oh.
That's a good try, darling.
What can you say?
Try.
The Fae are fickle.
On my way out, though, can I prestidigitate some sparks?
You can,
very-
and you just see his eyes go, oh.
Gotta give the people what they want.
Bless.
Sparkle, sparkle.
Sparkle, sparkle.
Alright.
So as we're walking, we fill Joe in on the situation in game.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're shopping to all look hot for when we go to the thing.
Hot but functional.
And by thing, I assume you mean sex club. Oh, Belgar, by the way, confirmed. Escada is in behind the Purple Dragon Club. Pa told me.
Gods, I knew it.
Good call.
Oh, great. Yeah, so we need to look hot.
I mean, as much as you try that, she'll probably still look better than us.
Fair.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm the most gorgeous creature in this
Look.
city.
Look, the thing is, Belgar right now is in his fancy man clothes because we didn't say he changed out. He just walked out of the shop in the fancy man clothes.
I mean, I've got my armor. I can still look fancy.
You look beautiful, Belgar. Together
Oh,
with Christmas.
I imagine this like whenever
Your nose
he like
starts
walked.
bleeding.
I imagine whenever he like walked out of the changing tent, Entropia definitely did like one of these like, whoo.
Come now, you're a married woman.
Yeah, she's
It's
having
good-
fun.
I hate to say it, but it's a good thing that girl's that dragonborn girl is blind.
Hmm. You have no idea.
Don't want her to faint on us now.
Anywho, let's find hot clothes for the two of us, because from what I understand, you, Joe, you already have hot girl clothes.
Well, much like in our own society, it is a lot easier to find attractive outfits for women than for men. So,
Oh, I got something.
yeah,
I found a
describe
thing.
what you two find.
I will. So I'll send a picture in our general Discord, so that way, DM, you can see what she's found.
Yeah, and I'm gonna. Yeah, let me see what you got going on.
It's hot.
You're gonna kill people, honey.
That's what I do, darling. But for the audience, Entropia has found it is a. What would be? Would it be silk or like satin would be more kind of in style here in Marquette?
It
As far
would
as material goes.
it would depend on your like budget basically. Silk would be the
Okay.
higher class stuff.
Okay.
I'm showing it on my screen so my audience can see what you had in mind.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. That's what it looks
Ta-da.
like. That's what she does. So it is the deep purple, very sleek. It is cut. There's a V cut.
So it almost looks like a medieval like style dress, but it has like a modern cut to it.
It has a modern cut to it, and it's definitely well. Because here's the thing: I like Googled like fantasy desert noble outfits, and that was apparently an option. And I was like, you know what, this will work.
Very cool, very cool.
Yeah.
Nassim, what about yourself?
I will also send a picture as well. Mine is actually going to look very similar to Belgar's. It's going to be like a very thin white linen sleeveless dress, very high cut. Oh, it didn't send. There it is. There it's sending. Very high thigh slits.
God damn.
Look, if we fight, I need to be able to kick. With like a gold like cloth belt of sort to cinch in the waist. I wanted something to show off the jewelry.
And I needed something that would hide my daggers.
Yes. But yes, it's just like a white linen share, very flowy with the gold belt. It's also got a deep V, but not as deep.
Okay, so we've got a red, a blue, a black, and a green. Very good.
Well, purple.
A dark purple, almost black, but
Yes,
dark purple.
but just for me reasons. Don't worry about it.
They're just color coding in their head.
Yes, Belgar's outfit's red, mine's blue, we got Joe's is green, and Tropia's is dark purple black.
That way they can't see when I get stabbed.
This is your bleeding robe!
Something like that.
And to Nassim, he says he just drapes the cape over his face.
How could you have done this?
Honestly, you did describe something that sounds very similar to, like, a Roman senator's outfit.
I am uncreative.
Hey, if it works, right?
It works. But anywho, we have our hot people clothes.
So, do we want to just cut ahead to you guys going there, or was there anything else you wish to do?
I mean, I'm good.
Yes,
I'm
Jocasta?
good. Do you have anything?
I don't have anything I want to do. I just wanted to know if you have a specific design in mind for Joe's dress, or if I get to look for pretty clothes too.
You can look for pretty clothes.
I already found one.
Oh.
Good,
Listen, we're girls, okay? We like to look at pretty clothes.
Josh, you should be used to this.
It's possible.
No, I am. It's just not with this group.
Ooh!
Oh, I love that outfit. I love when I see that outfit.
Holy shit. That is awesome.
Yeah, that's Joe's.
So,
looking good.
I just
We gonna be hot as fuck.
So, I just imagine as all of you are, like, back in the room, like getting dressed, getting ready.
Should we bring up a picture or try to describe Joe's so the
I mean,
audience can see the pretty thing she
Corey
has?
can bring it up on his, and if you want
Yeah.
to try to describe it, I'm not quite sure how to describe.
It's gosh. So it gradiates from dark to sage to back to dark green. It's got like a wrap over the bust almost. And it's embellished with what looks like flower appliques, both on the top of the like scoopy bits, sure, and under the bust. It's got a corset leading into a drop waist, A-line skirt, with a sash, and then it has it's probably chiffon in this picture, but chiffon's an artificial material, so it would in game it would be a silk cape that gradiates from like the opposite way, dark to light green, and has a gold clasp around a collar on the neck, and the shoulders are out.
Ladies and gentlemen, the seamstress of our group.
Yeah. Who can actually describe clothes?
Yeah.
But anyway, so I just imagine it's like all of you are getting dressed and you're like, yeah, we're hot. All of a sudden, there's just the moment like in Harry Potter when Hermione comes out, and you actually get to see Joe actually dressed up and cleaned up and actually like looks
Like an elven noble.
there
Instead-
is
Tricks, like
What?
I was for the last party.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and it still catches you off guard because she, like, it almost seems that, like, she purposely dresses down, but these are the moments when you remember that, oh yeah, she is an elf. Not just, like, any elf, she is a high elf, and there is definitely that otherworldly elven beauty that kind of begins to, like, shine through as she, like, steps out of the bathroom.
Darling, you look flawless.
If I didn't know you were a swamp gremlin, I would flirt with you.
Belgar, you kind of like, it's slightly undercut because you see what the condition the bathroom is left in after she was done with it, and you're just like, oh. So, if anyone's seen Howl's Moving Castle, the conditions before Sophie cleans the bathroom.
Oh dear.
Amazing.
Joe's just like, guys, look, I curled my hair. I didn't burn it.
Not
What
gonna
did you need to do to curl your hair to make that mess happen?
Don't worry about it.
I'm a little worried about it.
You see Herbert comes out, and he actually has a little bow tie on now. I'm
I just
beautiful.
imagine it kind of. I just imagine it's kind of sliding off of him.
Oh no, it's adhered on. It's like literally adhered onto him. There's like, you actually see like a little drip of glue come from underneath it.
Is it some of Joe's magic super glue so it'll never
Oh
come
god,
off?
oh god, no. Or do you want it to be?
No, that's probably better that it's not. It's hot glue.
I am beautiful.
You're
But
dressed to impress.
anyway, shall we take this over to the... Shall we take it to the prime destination for the evening?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's nighttime now. We're getting to be nighttime. I don't know.
Nighttime,
I don't
late
know what time
evening.
you want to.
Uh,
Okay.
late evening.
Late evening. Okay, so almost night. It's
And
twilight.
And if you will just follow down to the bottom left corner of this map, you will see the other one.
Ooh.
You go
Sure.
up to Elon's Bluff, and it's a. You are like the regular crowd that is there is present, and you are led through, and people appear to, like, kind of give you, like, oh, why do they get to go in and we can't?
Entropia does the hair flip.
Look, I use a little bit of thaumaturgy to make my hair flip with like a gust of wind.
So, as you go around, you see that there are people, like, out and about, kind of enjoying, like, the general company. You see what appears to be not, like... It is definitely not standard mansion. It's, like, it's more sandstone and kind of, like, large open windows, domes, and all that such. There's this one tower that kind of just, like, rises up. It is a very culturally appropriate mansion, as it were. There's not, like, at least on the outer side, you don't see a lot of, like, brick or wood or stuff. It seems to be, like, almost adobe, lots of glass, lots of windows, lots of large open places where air can move about currently. You see what appear to be vines of different plants that are slowly growing up from, like, a garden on the inside. You see trees growing up in the gardens on the end. You hear the distant sound of running water from a fountain. You hear people laughing and going about their days as you go in, and you smell this pungent, sweet perfume that seems to emanate from this place. You see glittering gold statues that meet you at the entrance that show a male and female figure who are kind of just gesturing to each other. The male is holding what appears to be some sort of scales of balance, whereas the woman holds a sword that hangs down, that she holds, like, backwards. So, like, blade downwards, but her hand is, like, upwards. If that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm.
The two guards at them are just seemingly looking you over, as if waiting for something.
Invitations.
Mm-hmm. Yep, offer up invitations.
They take the invitations, they look at it, look at you, nod, hand you back your invitations.
Do they let us in?
They don't appear to do anything else after they hand you back the invitations.
Gonna start making moves to try to go in. Will they try to stop me?
They do not.
Cool! Let me know how far I can go.
I'll do the same.
So just at the awkward moment, as you just seem to see him do, like, the stanky leg and, like, takes a few steps in before just, like, running into the hallway. Belgar falling behind.
As always.
Well, you guys got fast.
I'll walk with Joe. Inside.
That was okay.
So, as you
Ooh.
enter the main thoroughfare, you see chandeliers, beautiful flower arrangements, rich tapestries and furniture that hangs from the wall. There's this kind of, like, raised secondary floor that overlooks the rest, and you see people up there who are apparently, like, talking and enjoying themselves. You see people walking around, and you see what appears to be a massive, like, metallic purple dragon that has been, like, heat treated to be purple, that just sits up in the middle of the room. You see plenty of people who are just kind of, like, walking around, talking to each other, enjoying themselves. As you enter in, you suddenly hear a "ah!" And you look up to the secondary dais where you see, I'll just use this token for now. You see Jaren just slowly lean over. Welcome! Welcome! Please, enjoy yourselves. I'll be down in a bit. I have a bit of business to tend to, but please, make yourselves at home. He says as he turns and he walks back into the other part of the mansion.
That's suspicious.
Jill's lean over and be like, so that was Jaren Cleef, right?
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
Gotta meet that guy. He seems like a weirdo.
He absolutely is.
So, Josh, is any weird stuff happening here in the front doorway, or do we have to go deeper to find the weird?
I don't know. Are you looking for anything weird to see?
I mean, we have been led to believe from our investigations that this is a weird murder sex cult orgy place.
Now, are these your investigations or just your assumptions from...
Yes.
Little bit of
Call me. Let's be real.
So, as you, I just imagine Nassim is just looking around. Roll me a perception check.
Will do. This is gonna be funny. $14.
You see a guy, sitting on a chair over here who seems to be pretty plastered on wine, but beyond that, no
Nothing weird
debauchery, no debauchery to be seen so far.
Oh,
These two appear to be at least, like, partially in their cups, but nowhere near, like, enough to be considered, like, super debauched. It's also, like, only early afternoon, and at least for those who come from an upper crust background, Jocasta, you would know that these would easily go into the early AM, if not possibly the next morning.
I thought you said it was late evening.
Yeah, it's late evening.
You just said early afternoon.
Sorry. Bleh. Late evening. Yeah.
It's okay. We're all tired.
Yes.
As we're like, I imagine like we're all kind of like walking through the space. Is there anyone who's like has any like piqued interest in us, in any of us?
I'm just gonna move us further
Oh, I will say you're definitely, like, your entrance somewhat draws attention. You actually see some people, like, pull out fans and they start, like, talking to each other.
Hmm.
Also, excuse me while I put more bodies out.
Yeah, that's fair.
Also, are these people wearing masks?
They are. And that is the thing that you next clock, is that each of them is wearing what appears to be a different type of draconic mask. And each are color-coded to either be wearing white, black, green, blue, or red.
Wonder what that could mean.
Don't like that.
Sure, they're fond of me.
You should disguise yourself to be a chromatic.
It's a little
We
late for
already
that.
walked in.
Well, fair point.
See
Yeah, are
people
they- is
going in and
anyone,
coming out
like-
of rooms.
Is anyone especially interested in Belgar? Because he
Oh.
really sticks out.
Roll me insight.
Oh, this is gonna go great.
Belgar, as you pass...
You're 6.
Nothing.
Not what I expect. I ain't catching shit.
As you pass the central, like, bouquet of flowers, roll me a history check.
Alrighty. Natural 20 plus 1.
As your nose just kind of catches it, you slowly turn and you see what appears... You see the kind of bent open back stalk and double blooms of what appears to be gladius. Or... Gladiolus.
Gladiolus.
Gladiolus, yes. These kind of like pinkish purplish flower that used to grow in your homeland, though it is odd because these would only be... These are traditionally flowers that would be brought out for somebody's funeral.
Hopefully it's not my funeral.
Are you gonna make... Do you tell us that, or do you keep that to yourself?
I'll tell it to Nazim and Entropia and Jocasta. She's close enough.
Interesting.
That's concerning.
Also, question sort of out of game. Who all brought their weapons with them?
I definitely have daggers strapped to my legs underneath my dress.
I do have my my casting focus like incorporated into outfit, but I did not bring any weapons. I am the weapon.
Do you have your holy symbol at least?
That's what I said. I have my
Yes.
casting amulet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have mine too.
I will
I'll probably have
assume
my
Joe
sword.
has hers. She stepped away from the screen for a bit.
I assume we brought the minimum necessary to hurt people.
I mean, I brought my sword too. Unless they stopped me at the door with it. But I didn't bring in my shield.
No.
I imagine you have it like either coolly at your waist or behind your back, like it looks cool with your outfit.
Yeah. He's got it like strapped to his waist.
Is there a bar or like a food table or something or other?
So, like, back in this, like, undercrop over here, there appears to be a table that is set up with various, like, wines, delicacies of all sorts. There's a large, like, gilded punch bowl, which has this kind of a rich purplish red liquid in it.
Okay. Do we all want to go over to the snack bar?
I'll mosey over.
That was weird. Anyway.
We should. Do we want to stay in? Do we want to stay in the group, or do we want to spread out?
I would spread out.
Probably best to say at least in pairs.
Yes.
Then, you know what? You and Joe.
Me and Joe? Okay.
You and Joe. Me and Belgar. Belgar, where do we want to go?
Where is there to go?
There's a staircase that leads up to a second floor, and there appears to be a door here that leads further into the mansion. There is a doorway back over here, and there is a doorway that leads back in this corner here. There's a doorway up here, and those are the doors that you appear to see.
All right. So which way is Jocasta and Entropia going? Where do you think they're going, Entropia?
They are going towards the set up snack bar, which is down here underneath the balcony of the second floor.
All right. Let's go to. Where's the tool? This room over here.
All right. So as you two kind of slowly walk your way around, there are definitely people who are slowly like coming out from like other places and are just kind of like watching you two come around. Out from the chamber room, you see what appears to be a servant who's carrying some sort of tray. Let me. Servant! Anyway.
That's what we're
Yeah,
on.
they apparently are carrying food things and are heading towards the table, setting it down, then returning back to the room.
Okay.
So as you two kind of follow them down, you find what appears to be the kitchen.
I imagine this here's the kitchen.
Yes.
This is the one I was thinking about going into.
Oh, this.
So we-
Yeah, this room does not have a door this way.
Oh, okay. I thought that's what you were pointing out earlier.
My apologies.
Okay. We look
Well, that's
in,
the
we see the
case.
kitchen. I'm assuming people are busy.
Yes, you see 3 peoples and the one guy who's kind of like collecting stuff and bringing stuff up. If you want
Look
anything
over.
special, please just leave it on your dance card on the table, and we will make what we can. The one who's like currently cleaning his hands is saying.
Good to know. Sorry for bothering. Have a good night. We'll leave. Mosey on. Over.
So do you want to go through this way?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see what's in this room, and then
It appears to
maybe
be a courtyard that has this kind of brilliant open-sided tent, and people kind of lounging in the open air, enjoying each other's company.
Okay.
You see one guy now who he's wearing the black mask, and it actually has like an open mouth as he slips what appears to be some sort of pipe in it. And this familiar bluish smoke slowly rolls out of his rolls out of the nose and mouth as he exhales.
Oh.
That's not for you, Nazim. Or like grab you by the shoulder and try to direct you out.
Honey, can I will willingly make like a will save to see if Nassim will try to fight him.
Roll me a wisdom save.
I will gladly. I will probably make it, but we don't know.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, 7.
You just grit your teeth. You kind of like dig your toes in a bit, but you manage to like not just walk over there.
Just stay where we are. Let's see what Entropia's doing at the snack bar.
Yeah. So.
What kind of snacks?
Mean, there's a lot of
Like-
stuff that you've never even seen before.
I imagine it's a lot of finger foods
Yeah.
and such.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Damn it.
Oops.
I accidentally clicked the hang up button.
Instead of the mute.
Yeah.
Common mistake.
Doing great.
You see all sorts of small finger foods. You see these weird kind of, these weird small cracker-looking things that seem to be covered in what look like pearls or maybe eggs of some kind. You see what appears to be like thinly sliced meats that have some sort of seasoning on it. You have like vegetable products that have been like finely ground and put on like sweet breads of some kind. You smell what appears to be very well seasoned meats. There's this like big fish, which you know isn't a shark, but I think you remember your brother called it a dolphin, and there's literally like cut along its back, and there are like sections that have like small like silver and gold forks in it, and people have kind of just been coming by, pulling them off, and taking bites out of this dolphin. You see what appears to be large curling tendrils of some kind that have been prepared in like a kind of fry of some kind. There's this bubbling pot of molten cheese and one brown that you realize, oh, that's chocolate. Oh, that is cool.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Fancy. You said there's like a punch bowl,
Yeah.
right? Does it look and smell like wine, or does it?
Roll me an investigation check. Jocasta, what are you doing while
You're currently with me at the snack table.
I find the dolphin disturbing. Not gonna lie. In and out of game. But, I don't know. What is Joe doing in response to all this very fragrant food? You said there were vegetables?
Yes, there appears to be some sort of, like, vegetable blend that is put on toasted pieces of bread.
Nice. She'll have a little snacky snack.
It's very well seasoned, very nice. You're not quite sure what it is.
Makes me vaguely uncomfortable.
There's another thing that you see. You see what appears to be these small, like, melons that have been grown into individual shapes. Like, you see, like, a square one, and you see what appears to one that looks like a pyramid of some kind. And it has these, like, delicate cuts on each of them, and as you pull it out, it's, like, super, like, these aren't standard melons. Like, these are super thick, and they barely have any seeds in them, and they smell delightfully sweet.
A nibble on melon.
Oh, that's so good. That is so good. There's huge, like, piles of grapes of all sorts, all colors. You see what appears to be, like, a white grape, a black grape, a red-colored grape, a green grape. Is there even, like, a kind of, like, bluish-hued grape to it?
That makes me uncomfortable.
That's so weird. By the way, that was a 30 investigating the punch bowl.
As you slowly kind of, like, turn it around, you lift it up, you smell it. Give the smallest little taste. Yeah, that's wine. That is really good wine.
And it didn't taste weird. I didn't taste any weird.
You did not taste anything off.
Okay. So she'll get herself a small glass of the wine.
As you're standing there, a servant comes up and they set out what appears to be more seafood things, as you see, like, fresh mussels, clams, and all sorts that are slowly set out with these small silver little knives to open them up with.
Can I also acquire a glass of wine?
Sure. There are plenty of glasses that are set up there, and there's plenty of these kind of gold pitchers that are set into the bowl to pour yourself some.
And it's quite lovely.
Joe will take a sip of it.
That is really good.
Hard to find wine this good outside of Singorn.
Excuse me, madam. One of the servants actually come up and they have a small tray of what appear to be more delicacies. This one actually has what appears to be a tray of edible flowers.
Oh no.
I feel targeted. Joe's gonna eat. She will take a flower, and it's not lotus shaped, is it?
Let me see.
I've seen Percy Jackson.
Who hasn't?
It's not lotus, it's not nightshade, it's not
Yeah, it's not poisonous, is it?
Oh no, they're like made out of, like, I'm trying to actually see what are some
Oh, it's not an actual flower. It's something made to look like a flower.
No, it is a flower. It's like a pansy. It's like a pansy that has been set out in this kind of, like, delicate semi pastry of some kind.
Man, she will take. I imagine she has like a little snack plate that's like growing because she had the vegetable toast and then now and then the melon, and now she has a flour pastry.
Yeah.
In one and a glass of wine in the other, and she's like, Entropia, I need a table.
Well, she would have. Entropia would have also gotten a small like plate for like the various fruits and veggies.
Just for the sake of general clarity, there are small tables all around this, pretty much where anybody is culminating. There's a table there. I only just didn't put them in because it took up way too much of the floor space. But there are plenty of small tables that you can go and sit down if you wish.
Yeah, let's go snack and people watch.
All right. Well, while you two are people watching, meanwhile with Belgar and Nassim, what are you two doing?
Oh, well, there's a bunch of suit out here, so Belgar's bringing her back inside.
All right.
uh,
You go back inside.
Belgar kind of points up up to the stairs here and is just like, shall we check up here? You're muted.
Yeah, you're muted, Jen.
You're muted, darling.
Fuck. Anywho,
Welcome back.
I'm saying, as we're going up the stairs, Nassim is gonna stop by the snack bar, grab 2 goblets of wine for the 2 of us.
I assume after you see your friends readily drinking it.
Yes.
Okay.
So we have our wine. We're heading up here.
As you pass, you see 2 men who are slowly just kind of talking to each other. It's like, ha, it's KSA. That was quite a evening, they say, and they kind of like lift their cups to you too as you walk by them.
Lift my cup
Evening.
as well. Evening.
So, I'm sorry to intrude on your conversation, but what is one to expect here? We were sort of invited, pun intended, out of the blue.
They kind of look at each other and give a small laugh. Ah, well, the knights can give all sorts that are, you can never fully expect what is going to happen here, but usually there will be some sort of, how do I put this? How would you put this, Stefan? I would say, group building games of sorts. I would not suggest getting yourself too plastered quite yet. You should be on your keenest mind when those are around. But I am not one to step in way of one's pleasures. I dare say not, sir. You notice that Stefan is wearing a white mask and the other one is wearing a blue mask, and he kind of like slaps him on the chest. And they kind of go back to what they were talking about.
Just looks at Belgar, kind of mouths orgies. Like, doesn't say it, but mouths orgy.
Belgar just like look at you and just nods like, yeah, I get it. And then they'll continue towards wherever the door is on this wall.
It's
Yeah,
right,
I think
it's right here.
behind them, right?
Oh yeah, it is there.
Do the 2 of them stop us or anything, or do they just let us
Nope.
go on through? Okay, cool. They completely ignore us. They've had their fun. Sweet. Awesome.
So, where's the thing? Where's the fish? Ah, there it is. You step into a... Oh, I don't mean to do that. You step into what appears to be a small furnished room. You see what appears to be in the corner here. Let me actually set them out. There are bards performing.
Okay.
And
They're just
over
in the
here,
corner.
over here there's a curtain that is currently closed.
Do the bards acknowledge us at all, or are they just doing
Nope,
their
they
thing?
they are basically window dressing performers. You can assume. Make me an insight check.
Will do.
Will do. That's a 20 from me.
Let's see what I get. That is an
Pretty good.
18 for me.
Both of you can kind of guess that these guys have been paid a lot to basically play their music, keep their heads down, and say nothing about what you see here. So you can
Okay.
tell that they are purposely, like, not getting a good look at you as they perform.
So there's a curtain here. Do we hear anything behind it, or is the music
Uh,
drowning out whatever's going on?
I mean, you can hear that there are people talking, and there's kind of, like, slight, like, laughing coming from the other side. Though, as your keen perceptions in the scene look at it, you see what appears to be smoke slowly, like, rolling from underneath it.
Alright, like, I'm guessing people are probably smoking stuff under there.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Probably some kind of hookah den, I'd imagine.
Belgar, do we want to check and see what's behind curtain number 1?
Do we want to? No. Should we? Maybe.
I'll go first. And I'm not, like, brash about it. She does kind of, like, on the side of, like, the wall, she kind of just, like, knocks and, like, gently pushes, like, part of the curtain aside. And is like, mind if we come in?
As soon as you open it, a myriad of multicolored smoke just hits you. I need to roll me a con check as you...
Yes, I found the hookah den. Con check or con save?
Con check. Oh, no,
Okay.
con save. You're right.
Con save? Okay. $15.
Oh! You are slightly taken off your feet, but you manage to kind of keep your head as you slowly blink.
I'm gonna just...
You see
Be
this.
here.
You see this decadently corpulent man in a white dragon mask with these two beautiful women on either side over in the corner here as he just takes large puffs as they are in turn feeding him food from either side.
Alright. Belgar, you wanna come
Yeah.
join me?
Alright, Belgar, you do me the same.
Con save?
Yep.
Alright.
Let's get
Would-
high.
Would you consider this a harmful gas or vapor?
I mean, define harmful.
I mean,
In the short term?
I say that because whatever
No.
I'm wearing has the ability to stop something like that. So I don't know if it would count for this or not. So,
You know what? I'd say that it actually would count.
because if it does, then I'd have an advantage against vapors.
I'll allow it.
Because it's one of the necklaces I got a long time ago. I think it's
Yeah.
the necklace of adaptation.
Yeah,
I've
alright.
been wearing ever since.
I'll allow it.
All right. Okay. So con save. All right. There's 13 and a 14, so the 14.
So, you just fail. So, as soon as you step through, you just feel your eyes just start blinking as you... Oof. The room is starting to kind of shift.
Lizzie, is it just
Hi.
me, or is the room tilting?
Are you okay?
Lightweight, old boy. Quite nice. Quite nice. As you see this guy talking to you, Belgar, it looks like the mask is actually moving and his face is actually like he looks like he has like a diamond encrusted dragon face as he's talking to you.
Are you alright, Zrakax?
No. But I guess we can continue.
You said you want to continue?
Unless you want to go back.
I will just say the longer you're in here, the more strange vapors are hitting you.
aside from this being a very, very aromatic hookah den, is there anything sus?
So, Belgar, I will say with your first level of this kind of intoxication, this mentally adherent, this mentally impairment, you will have disadvantage on perception checks because you're not quite sure might be real anymore.
Yeah.
But
Can I roll a
Nassim,
perception?
you can.
You wait here, friend.
Belgar just is squinting into the room like, ugh.
Teetering. Natural 20 for 24!
So as you begin to
Nice.
look through the smoke, you see the fat guy in the corner with the two women, and at first it just seems like, oh, he's just a rich guy who has these women to, like, you know. But that's when you slowly notice that they have, like, golden jewelry on, but then you notice at their ankles they have what appear to be ankle like braces of some kind, but then you notice that they're not. Small chains run off of their ankle bracelets and connect around his belt.
They're slaves. Or at least pretending to be slaves.
You see they have a kind of vagueness in their eyes. You see the other two in the corner. You see some of them are like, they're cooking something over the brazier fire, and they're kind of looking at it.
Okay, I think I know what they're doing over there. Well, sorry to disturb you. I think I've had my fill. Good night.
As soon as you get your mask, love, you'll learn. You'll learn.
Do the girls have masks or no?
They do not.
Okay, that's the door. Okay, we're walking. Getting away.
Belgar just face first into the wall.
Yeah, you
Oh,
accidentally direct him into the wall as you're walking.
No. Pivot.
This feels like it'd be easier in armor.
Well, if you wore armor, they'd be expecting a fight.
Yeah, but then I could just hit the wall and it wouldn't hurt.
Don't be a squishy old man.
All right.
Good. Now. And she gently face pats and pull yourself together.
I'm sure we'll get through this. Let's go out there where there's none of this.
For no reason in particular, let me just put this marker on you.
I'm blessed.
For no reason in particular.
Why is he #blessed?
Hey, don't worry about it.
I'm concerned.
Anyway, so as you kind of stumble out, the two are still talking. I mean, you weren't in there that long.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll wear off eventually.
Alright, so... Oh.
Where to next? Do you want to check out another room, or go find our friends?
Oh, we could go down that direction.
As you look down the stairs, it suddenly looks like the back of a serpent that's slowly going down. It's like a serpent's back that is slowly sinking into the floor, and it's constantly moving.
Oh god! Oh no!
If you don't mind, Azim, I'm going to. And he kind of walks over here and just sits down.
Oh! She comes over. She just sits with him.
Yeah, he got a hit. It wasn't just it's not just one thing in there. You could obviously tell there was several things. Which now that you're thinking about it, Nassim, the fact that those guys were just sitting in there, that's weird.
That, yeah, because the big guy, like, seemed he was affected by it, but, like, was still kind of aware to a degree.
Yeah.
Those two seemed like they were unaffected at all by it.
In fact, it looks like they were doing something with it, or to something.
Okay. Good to know. I'm not going back in there by myself.
Be a good idea.
Well,
Not go in by yourself.
while Belgar is enjoying his trip, Entropia and Jocasta, what are you doing?
As for like, I guess we're sitting and people watching. Is there anyone who looks to be possibly taking interest in either of us as we're sitting and enjoying the wine and the food?
There is one guy who's kind of like standing over here.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just quick do a bit of marking to kind of help.
Sure.
So,
Mhm.
will be the guy was that one. But yeah, you see one guy who's noticing you.
She will very, very nonchalantly, like as she's sipping her wine, she'll just kind of like flutter her eyes towards the gentleman that is kind of watching her. But she will not move from her spot.
Jocasta, what are you doing?
Do I notice anyone who piques my interest in any way?
Like your
No.
like... Sorry, I have to ask sometimes.
There are different interests, so, you know.
That's fair. I understand, but no. No, not right now. There are more important things to do. Just in general, is there anyone who seems noteworthy to her?
The guy sitting over in this chair seems to be... his mask is gaudy as all hell, but the rest of his outfit, there's... like, it's far more layered than anyone else's, and you almost see what looks like aspects of, like, padded gambeson that's incorporated into it. And, roll me a perception check.
Excellent. I'm so good at these. Helps if I can find a d20. Oh no.
Would you like advantage?
I already rolled.
Fair enough.
13 total. Because I am actually...
Yeah, his outfit's a bit strange compared to the rest of them. Strange in the fact that it is it's more layers than usually the very thin and breathable stuff that everyone else is wearing.
What is he? Is he, or like vaguely, because it's probably hard to tell between a human and an elf, but is he like obviously like an orc or half orc, or is he vaguely humanoid?
He looks like he's human, maybe he looks half elven actually. Though it's hard to tell with the way that his hair's done.
Interesting. She'll keep an eye on him, but she's snacking.
Snacking.
Hey, I was in the bottle. I didn't have time for lunch.
So besides flooding your eyes and looking at people. Is there anything else y'all do?
I bet very quietly, so it's just the two of us. So, what's your plan of action here, if anything, Electra?
Bold of you to assume I thought that far ahead. I wasn't entirely lying to Ha. I am curious about our patron for the evening. Mr. Cleef intrigues me, and I'd like to know where his alliances lie. I'm assuming with you know who down to you know where with the 5 heads. Be given the nature of this place, but I'm interested to understand what she might have against Ha and his deal with the Muffin Man.
See if they're aligned in any sort of way.
Oh no, I think she's working against him because it seems like Cleef is working against Ha. But I want to know why.
The guy that's staring at Entropia, what color mask is... Oh, is he wearing a blue mask?
Yes.
Okay. Because I just now looked over. It's like, oh, hey, he's got a colored ring.
Yeah, I decided to color code people, because that'd be a
Cool,
bit...
that helps. That helps a lot.
What about the half-elven guy? Because he doesn't have a ring.
Ah. 1 second.
Orange.
Oh, wait, no. This would be black. Why is that? What the heck? Hang on. Yeah, black.
Excellent.
Someone intrigue you?
Someone has caught my eye, yes. Not in that way.
I wouldn't assume, darling.
I would. What about you? Anyone interesting you see?
Well, I don't know if he's interesting per se to me, though he's certainly taken an interest in I. There's a man with a blue mask, same color as the old man who I met. So
Wonder-
I might... oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, I wonder if he knows that you are your not so friends type, and if there's anything to that.
We can certainly find out. And Entropia might not like directly, but she'll definitely like, refill her wine. She would finish her plate, hand it to a servant to take it. But she will start to mingle amongst the crowd, kind of listening in on the conversations as she walks through the room. But she will eventually make her way to the man who was looking at her.
So as you kind of walk your way up this way towards him, the door over here actually opens up, and you see Cleef slowly walk out, and he is done up in this resplendent like gold mask set with multiple amethysts, though you do see subtle hints of all 4 colors that run through it. You see this robe that appears to be of some sort of reptilian hide of some kind that he wears. He's adorned with all sorts of like gold to where it almost looks like he has like a chest plate made out of like gold and other metals. various necklaces kind of hang off of it, and you see his walking stick now has like this kind of draconic gold head that has been placed atop it as he slowly walks over. As he looks over to the person next to him, August, Jaren, he says with a slight bow. Miss,
Antonina.
Yes, Antonina.
Might I say, darling, you look fabulous.
Well, thank you. He actually offers his arm.
She'll take it.
Begins to kind of take you a promenade around the chamber and begins talking with you. Enjoying yourself? He says, looking over and taking note of Electra.
Yes, so far. The food and the wine is wonderful.
I sure hope so.
Where did you find this wine? I'm quite curious where it came from.
Oh, that is a bit of a, let's just say I have connections that span all corners of the globe and possibly even beyond.
Oh.
It's, as vague as that seems. Yes, Jocasta?
Sorry, I was just gonna say, if they pass within 30 feet of me, can Joe cast Detect Thoughts on him?
Sure.
Excellent.
So as so
All
I'll
right,
say
we'll be making rounds.
as he reaches about here, you're just like.
She'll make sure that his back is turned for you, so he doesn't notice you casting magic.
I'll be quiet about it. Hide it with a sneeze. You know, subtle. It's my middle name.
All right. So I must ask, if I may, what
Of course.
Well, I'm. Apologies that I never asked, but what exactly brought you to the temple that other day during that horrible business?
Oh, it was mere curiosity, darling. You know, I've never been in this town, so I was, simply exploring, and it piqued my interest. I like to admire old historical buildings, and it seemed interesting to me, and I just wanted to see what was inside, as well.
Yes, I can only assume, but you know the old saying about curiosity.
That it kills the cat.
And far more. I had a very curious friend the other day, and let's just say I haven't heard hide nor hair of him.
Really?
Jocasta, as you're kind of slowly reaching over his thoughts, you feel a sense of great control in most of his mind. And currently what he is thinking of is, could it be she's his type?
Oh.
By any chance, you didn't happen to meet any particularly people who might have given my club a bad name by any chance?
I don't believe so, no.
Hmm.
As she's thinking on it, thinking her time back. I mean, to be fair, this club has an aura of mystery around it. It's whatever's done here is kept on the down low, so it's I don't know if there's necessarily anything good or bad that I've heard.
There is definitely a veneer of secrecy that is done here, but that is partly a defense and partly the necessity of what I hope to do here. I feel, though, that there are some people who misuse the significant efforts I go to keep what people desire here a secret. So much so that they overstep their bounds of my hospitality and may progress into the means of what is egregious, even unnatural.
Mm-hmm. I see. Outside of the kobolds and yourself, darling, I haven't heard too much regarding this club.
Yes, the kobolds. Poor little wretches. My heart went out to them. I knew I had to give them some sort of job of some kind. Poor little gremlins.
I will say, you are one of the few willing to give them a chance that I've come across.
Yes, but it is a shame. I heard a good number of them were actually blown up. Their corpses were found floating out of the sewer drains.
Really? My
Yes.
goodness.
I have no idea what happened. Apparently they must have picked a fight with the wrong person.
It sounds like it. And she just kind of like shudders at the thought of like them in a sewer, like ew, gross. Though I have to ask, what was your inspiration for all of this? It's quite beautiful.
Well, it is not a mystery of my love of draconian culture in general. This is vaguely based off of a passing text I picked up in my journeys. Apparently, draconians used to have parties like this all the time. Or at least back in the period in which the book was written.
And what goes on in these sort of parties? Forgive me for not being familiar.
You do not see, like, the full of his face, but you do see the bottom of it, and you just see it curl up in a soft smile that as he slowly looks over. Oh, please, darling. This is an air of mystery we are talking about. If I simply gave away the secrets of what happens during my parties, what would the point of anyone be in coming?
True.
Besides, he slowly kind of looks up to the balcony. It appears some of your friends have been partying a bit more than they are able to handle. I'd suggest tending to those first.
Is it like, it's like Belgar's like seeing stars, like he's just 1,000-yard stare?
He's sitting, just like muttering to himself, all these squares make a circle, all these squares make a circle.
That stairs is just a serpent.
That stairs
is
is
just a serpent.
Nassim is like with her hands trying to fan him.
The chandelier looks like a crown made out of fireflies who are all fighting for control.
Oh my gods.
Oh no. Nassim, since you got a bullshit passive, you definitely are. You see the raised eyebrow from Entropia at you, like.
When I see it, she's gonna pantomime, like smoke, like a pipe, and how he couldn't take, like, poorly pantomiming. This is very badly pantomiming.
Roll a performance check.
Oh, this is gonna be great.
I feel like I'm seeing this through, run through Jaren Cleef's brain, and I'm just like, what the heck?
19.
You're able to pass
Pretty
it
good.
off.
Yeah, so I'm basically pantomiming that he got high like an old man.
So what? You get high.
I bet it's like Entropi just kind of just like does, it's like that, her head kind of like tilts in a way of like, really? Him?
All
He
I did
got
was walk in a
high?
room.
And then pantomiming like hand like we need munchies. We need munchies stat.
Belgar, as you're just sitting there, you suddenly look at your hands, and they look like a mix of humanoid and cat features, and for a brief second in the reflection of, like, one of the polished railings, you almost look like a cat girl for a brief second before you blink your eyes and you suddenly are back to your normal draconic self.
God, things are
Yeah.
weird here.
Oh no.
Didn't know I had auburn hair when I was a cat.
Thank you for getting that reference.
Belga. Oh dear. She's gonna since the snack bar is right below us, I'm gonna just quickly like grab some snacks and then fly them back up to Belgar.
As you fly, you actually see a bunch of people go, oh, as they kind of look and they give small claps of this as part of the performance.
Really bad bow, takes snacks, flies back up to Belgar, also has water
You
here.
could just like Jerry, you could tell she's not quite the performing type, right?
Quite. I think I have an eye for those who tend to perform around me. What's wrong?
She just nods, mostly because like my brain just like this static.
The fourth wall broke you.
Yeah, the fourth wall broke me for a second. I'm a little tired.
Yeah.
She just kind of like nods. Am I one of those people, darling?
I don't know. Are you? If so, know that you're in the right place. There are plenty of masks that can be worn here. Trust me. I've heard it all. Please, if you have anything to confess.
Like he's some sort of priest. Oh, good Lord. Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. Anyway,
I'm sorry, Daddy, I've been a bad girl.
I imagine this is when she would just kind of like almost like saunter like around him. And, darling, what mask do you think would suit me? And go with my dress. I do want to match, after all.
I think black would go well with that.
And where can I find one?
Oh. It will find you in time.
She'll nod. Unless there's anything else, darling, forgive me, for I wish to check on my friend. As she just kind of looks up to the poor, high as a kite Belgar.
As you should.
So she
Though
will.
I will say, he says as you slowly begin to walk away,
Mhm.
your weapons might give a man the wrong idea.
I do like to play rough, darling. As she gives him like a wink,
And there are plenty of people who would be more than happy to oblige. He says to see two saunters and walks to another part of the party.
You both are gonna be walking away hot, like hell yeah. But yeah, no, Tropa's going up the stairs
Whoop!
to you two, darling, to Belgar. Are you okay?
Did you always look like a raven?
That's a little on the nose, don't you think?
As she walks up, you swear you hear her say, "Toss her!"
Amazing.
We found a smoking den, and they were smoking everything, and he was not prepared. And now he's high as a kite.
All I did was walk in a room.
You know what? She crosses her arms, shakes her head, and just, shame on you, darling. It's not like you to get high.
Belgar like
Just
looks at me with
kinda-
Don't make him. Don't make
a
him
very
feel
annoyed
worse.
face, like,
So,
But you
well,
know, she's doing it in a very, very loving
Oh
way.
no, he knows you're playing around, but he's just pretending to be annoyed. He's just like, oh, come now. No, it's your turn to walk in there yourself.
So, as this is happening, Joe, I assume you continue your connection to Jaren. And is there a range to that by any chance?
Let me. I think once it's. I think they have to be in range for it to start. But. Hold on. It's not really clear.
Would you say it likely wouldn't work if he passes through like more than 3 feet of stone, or
Oh yeah, for sure.
so,
Like it doesn't say that in here, but I'm sure.
So I will say, as he reaches the end of the room, you clock at least most of his like thoughts, where it's like, well, she has certain potential. I know she's killed before. Whether it was him or not is yet to be determined. Now, what is more important is that, can he, and then you lose it as he goes down the stairs.
Interesting. When I was in his brain, what did it feel like?
It felt controlled. It felt far more like disciplined and regulated than the kind of carefree party boy that Jaren's persona gives off.
Yeah. Did it feel, because he looks human, right?
Yes.
So did it feel human?
Not completely.
Gotcha. Where am I? Kelsey, can you roll me a coin?
Absolutely.
Blue, she'll go upstairs and check on Belgar too.
As you fill up your tray with snacks.
Stop touching her.
Ah!
I'm moving her.
Oh,
I have Albert up for once.
that's amazing. Anyway, so as you all are sitting, after a few minutes, Belgar, you slowly come down.
Is it rough? Or is it just coming down?
Yeah, you're coming down. You're back to some sort of regularity.
Joe offers you some wine.
No! He needs water and he needs carbs, as she just shoves bread and water in his face.
Ah.
Well,
Just pry open his mouth. Just
Take it from the person who's had to come down from these benders before. He needs carbs and water.
Can dragons eat bread?
I mean,
Yeah.
hypothetically,
Fancy?
yeah.
It hasn't stopped me before.
It's probably not the
Fascinating.
best for them, but I mean, is bread really the best for anybody?
It's good for the soul, okay?
It's good for this purpose at the very least.
Excellent. I'm glad you're feeling better, Belgar. She pats him on the head.
Thank you.
So, what do you all do now?
Not go back in there. That's where I'm not going.
I'm intrigued to go back in there. Something was off, but I don't want to go back in at the moment.
I believe our host has a small interest in me. He says that if I were to have a mascot, it would be black.
He likes that
Big
you
shot.
people. Probably think
Big shot. Well, do we want to keep exploring? I mean, she gestures towards, like, where Belgar and I have already been, and it's like, well, the one door leads to the kitchen, and the other one leads to a courtyard, which has a dude smoking sood. Belgar would not let me go further than the doorway.
Well, good. You don't need temptation like that.
Stick your tongue out.
I kind of want to check to see if we're able. What's this way? Because this is where
Yeah.
Jer and Cleve came out of. If we can
And
go
that-
that way.
And that's where Belgar and I were trying to go before the stairs made circles and were
And they
being
look
weird.
like serpents.
Yes.
I mean, you wish to go this way?
Yeah.
Yes.
yes.
Mm-hmm. In there.
Let's go through here.
I'm not.
Here.
Oh.
You're not going? Okay.
No, I'm going.
Really
I'm
cool.
going first. Stop touching me.
I imagine Joe physically says this so she pushes you out of the way.
Entropia, you're my meat shield.
You just said you were gonna go first.
I said I'm not going first.
Not going.
Oh.
Darling, I should not be the meat shield.
That's
So,
generally my job.
Belgar and we'll go first. Gestures between her and Belgar.
Well, obviously, but I mean, Entropia is. I'm staying behind you.
So, as you reach for the door and you slowly open it, you see what appears to be like an art room. You see paintings, statues, all that sort. And you see 3 individuals in there who appear to be looking at all of the stuff.
They're just fancying the art.
Yeah.
What kind of art?
I mean, roll me a perception check.
I'm good at that, believe it or not.
I will give you advantage. Advantage.
Nice. Nice. I just rolled 2 9s. Nope. A 9 and a 6. For a total of 18.
Rolled an 8.
So,
I'm still coming down.
yeah, the paintings are kind of, well, I'm not quite sure about that, but, You see paintings of desert sands, of rich rolling hills, high mountains, snowy tundras, and languid swamps. Plenty of frescoes, but then you also see pictures of people. Beautiful men and women of all sorts. Though each of them has this kind of undertone which is almost hinting at a color that goes through the rest of it. Not too uncommon when it comes to paintings in general, but the one thing catches your eye, and that is draconic script that is carved above the wall, where you see what appears to be outcroppings for statues that haven't been placed yet.
Is the statue we delivered for Ham Hammerson in here?
Yes. It's actually along the back wall here.
Huh.
The 5th in a series of 5 others. I mean, 4 others. Duh.
Math is hard.
Oh, that's where they brought that.
I would have hated having to carry that in here.
Well, at least it wasn't us.
You can you read Draconic? Jacasso?
Me?
No,
No,
Jacasso.
Looks like-
can I read Draconic? We never solidified where I was at in
I will say you have at least learned enough that you can read it.
excellent. I'm like semi-fluent.
If all we're meant to have, then why did the gods make so few? Only for those who hold ambition can have more than others. And they are those that shall make my face.
Like,
Should we go to the next room, guys? This one gives me the creeps. Who are these people who are in here? Are they just vibing?
Yeah, they're just vibing.
Okay.
They're enjoying
Pay
the
us any heed?
Huh?
Do they pay us any heed?
Not really.
Alright. Gonna just walk right on through.
As soon as you reach the door, it's locked.
Rude.
I'm gonna turn over to this dude in the red mask. Sorry, don't mean to disturb. What's through here?
He looks through the door. Oh, that's for later.
What's later?
He just kind of like rolls his eyes if he's talking to it. There are certain parts of the mansion that are meant for those who have been in the club longer than others. You don't even have a mask yet, so...
How does one get a mask?
One has to show themselves in a particular... One's true colors must be shown.
Mm-hmm.
I see. Well,
I don't like that.
I'm
What?
just gonna scooch over here and pretend to look at the paintings and very quietly cast Rary's telepathic bond on the 4 of us.
Alright.
good call.
yes, very good
Forget.
call.
Just forget. I remembered.
Oh,
Oh.
Alright, so you are all connected.
As soon as I feel it come into place, because I'm assuming that there's probably a feeling of it coming into place, and I'm just, as soon as I do, I just whisper through my mind to everyone, that's where the orgies happen.
I think it's gonna be human sacrifice, but okay.
It could be both!
yeah. I was
It
gonna say
very
both.
well could be both, darling. This is all through our heads.
Yeah.
Internal dialogue.
Internal party dialogue, yes.
Well, I guess we can either look at the art, or we can check out other parts of the house, or we can talk to more people, and... yeah.
Flirt. Got it.
After a while, the people in here slowly make their way out to the rest of the party. The last one kind of looks at you, Nassim, and is just like, you're not going to show your true colors just hiding in here.
Does he say that to me, like, as he's walking out?
Yeah.
I mean... right time, right place, right person, I can show my colors to anyone. And just winks at him.
Hmm. Blue by shade, blue by person, he says as he just kind of walks by.
Well, I say we go mingle.
I get the feeling we've got to flirt with people.
Oh yes, I'm gonna go find someone to hit on. Obviously, look at who you're talking to.
Just don't. Okay, don't go through the door that's upstairs in the balcony. When you pass the bards and go through the curtain, that's where the hookah lounge is, and there is a fat creep with slaves and some weirdos looking like they're cooking meth.
I really want to check that out, but
Almost,
that's horrifying.
I almost imagine that Jocasta just turns and runs as soon as she says that.
No,
Uh,
You
that was her
encouraged
out
her.
loud. She out loud. She was like, "I really want to check that out, but it sounds a little much."
You saw what happened to Belgar just from walking through the door.
Well, I'm built different than Belgar.
Bean, technically
We'll
you're not
find
wrong.
out.
No, you're not wrong. You are built different than him, significantly. Maybe not
I'm
for the better.
Worse. Don't look worse.
It'll go great. We'll try it. See how it flies.
Yeah. You know what? You know what?
Dare
Why
me.
don't? Why don't you? Why don't you? I dare you. Let's see what happens.
All right. Well, I guess I have to. Bye, guys.
Are we going with her?
Yeah, we're all going back. Entropia
Okay.
will like mingle and like keep eyes out for people with black masks.
All right, let's follow
Or let's go to
Jocasta.
Joe.
Yeah. So
Are any of us gonna follow Joe, or are we just gonna let Joe go alone?
That's what I was saying. Are any of us following her?
oh, come on, let her go alone. This is when the best stuff happens.
You know what? Yeah, we're gonna let Joe fly solo on this.
If
So-
I die, I'll scream in my mind. You'll hear it.
So Jocasta,
Oh boy.
Jocasta, you just going through the door. You look at the bards who just kind of look up at you like, oh. You just turn ferally and then just run into the room, open up the curtain.
She's not being weird about it. She's
Oh.
She's being casual.
Okay.
This is oh, short it out. Long day. This is a frat party in Elf Wizard School.
This
She
is.
knows.
All right. So as you open the thing, the smoke hits you. So just give me that roll.
I'm gonna use a portent and roll a 17.
All right. So
I-
as you walk in, like all of the people are like, "Oh, welcome, new face, new face." The guy over in the corner says, "These two over here still seemingly haven't noticed you, but you do notice that there's a door at the far end."
I love a good door. I'm just gonna casually just stroll in. I want to talk to these guys though.
All right.
Sitting on pillows? Can I sit on a pillow with them?
Yeah, you see them kind of like looking towards the flame into it, and you actually see one of them who's holding something that's slowly twitching in his hands, but then you see him like slowly just kind of like move his fingers. You hear a slight crack as then he drops something into the fire as you see what appears to be a small bird with broken wings just fall into the fire and just slowly begin to roast as they just sit and watch it.
What the hell?
It wasn't meth. It was the furthest thing from meth.
They're burning something, all right.
I thought it was gonna be a worm.
The one in the red mask is just kind of like watching it, almost confused, whereas the black one looks like he is visibly enjoying every moment as the bird twitches before the flames finally take it and it just stops and it begins to just curl in on itself.
I don't like that, personally and professionally. Joe's actually gonna scooch over here and like sit next to this guy and be like, "So, hi, bestie."
He slowly
it-
turns. I don't remember being friends with you.
Every stranger is a friend waiting to happen.
That's not a bad way to think, I guess. Do you want to be my friend?
Internally, Joe's just like, this immediately got weird. Of course. Why else would I ask?
He reaches down to a pocket which you now notice is moving, and he pulls out what appears to be a small mouse and hands it to you.
Oh no. Oh, no, that feels so wrong. I literally had a mouse in my hand last week.
What do you do? Oh, while you're sitting there, make me another con check, please. I mean, con save, please.
I will roll this one because I don't want to use all my portents yet.
You have to get above a 15.
Oh, that's good to know.
Or you have to get 15.
That's not gonna do it. 7.
Alright. Your perceptions are slowly beginning to waze as you actually see this mouse starting, like, you see the furs just starting to turn and the face just start, as it squeaks and kind of like rides in your thing, it almost looks liquidy as it begins to drip from your hand.
Can she, like, scream and drop it?
As you drop it, he kind of catches it and he looks up at you. Oh, you're not used to it yet.
Why is that mouse made of juice?
It's just the fumes. It helps you think.
Fumes
Here.
of what?
Watch as he tosses the mouse into the fire. You see the writhing body just start to move as you see this black essence slowly rise out of the fire as it looks mouse shape.
Baby.
As the black one literally leans over and you realize he wasn't looking at it. You hear him inhale and you actually see, like, the soul slowly drift towards him. Or something. Is it the soul? Is it the suffering? This is wrong. This is fucked. What is going on here?
Can I religion check the whole situation?
Sure. Sorry, just that sound punctuating what is going on right now.
Oh, that's much better. 25.
This is like yeah, this is some cult nonsense, and this is like, I mean, you don't know any religion in particular off the top of your head that, like, pertains to this, but this definitely pertains to some sort of hedonistic. The fact that what's happening, what this fume is, you feel that you have stepped into something far deeper than you were intentionally meaning to. As you begin to look at the guys and you actually see their masks are also moving, but you see, like, the guy with the black mask, his eyes are slowly growing green as he looks at you. You see it now? As his mouth, like, literally, see it now? See it now? The red one, you see this kind of burning essence in his eyes that as he slowly looks at you across the fire. Fire burns so beautifully, doesn't it? Even when it's doing hard deeds. Hard deeds. Hard deeds. Hard deeds.
Huh.
And just ever, the fat guy laughing in the back is just slowly, like, it's grating at the back of your cerebellum.
You guys are intense.
Intense. Filled with life. Intense. We are tasting every aspect of it. Bringing ourselves to the edge so that one day we can fly. Fly like Cleef says.
Interesting. Interesting. Just trying to figure out how to say this without being weird. Because they're high, I'm high.
Everyone's high.
Yep.
Not anymore.
Tell me more about what Master Cleef preaches.
Well, he has to. He's probably talked to you. Why else are you be here?
I'm a +1, actually.
Oh.
But I seem to have lost a partner.
I'm not sure how much of the higher mysteries of our club I can elaborate on. However, there is one person you could talk to.
Oh?
He points to the door.
The new door? The one over here door?
Yeah, the one over here door.
And who would that be?
She's the one that knows.
Interesting. In that case, I guess I should take my leave of you.
You
friend.
don't want to know what he's eating right now.
Nope, I do not. I'm assuming it's beetles.
You're right.
Ew. But very fibrous. Full of protein.
So she'll kind of like use his shoulder to boost herself up and kind of like let her hand linger and head trail off his shoulder as she heads for the door. What is the door? All I see is wall.
Sorry, I didn't get to mark it well. It's over here.
Okay, I would like to go through this door.
Alright.
If I may, please.
Allow me to change the ambiance.
Ooh. Joe found something.
As you slowly walk in, you see what appears to be a well-furnished bedroom.
Stop touching.
A strange
Whoa.
object sits on the desk over here. There's a chair that faces the bedroom, and it looks haphazardly made, as if... Well, no, haphazardly undone, as if it was used recently.
Uh-huh. What's on the shelf?
You're not quite sure.
Well, can I look at it?
Give me a perception at disadvantage, because you're high as fuck right now.
Oh, that's fair. 17.
As you slowly go over, you see what appears to be some sort of like it looks like multiple dragons wound around a glass orb.
Can I touch it?
Sure.
I would like to touch it. The glass orb specifically, not the dragons.
Alright. You touch the glass orb. You feel the slight spark of magical energy pass between your fingers as you... Like an old style TV set when you run your hand over.
Can I Arcana check it to see if I can figure out the school of magic, or would I have to, like, detect magic it?
You have to detect magic.
I don't want to do that. I don't think I even have it prepared. Can I still, like, investigate it or Arcana 8 it?
I mean, sure.
Just to see and learn?
Yeah.
Excellent. At disadvantage?
No.
Excellent.
Your magical perceptions are a bit beyond your mundane senses.
My metaphysical self is stronger than my soul.
Oh, considerably.
Well, that's a natural 20 for a total of 30.
As you, almost like in a moment of clarity, you're like, your magical self slaps yourself and you just look at it and you suddenly realize that's a scrying orb. That is a long distance communicator of some kind.
I had a feeling. Is there a door over here by this either man or statue?
It is a suit of armor, and yes, it is open.
Excellent. I would like to go through that door, if I may. Please and thank
may.
you. Let's stop moving. Oh, there's a box. How? Whoa! Boy, howdy.
Good glory.
Oh my.
Good thing Belgar's not here. He'd be seeing stars in a different way.
He was seeing stars earlier.
You see what appears to be a large safe that is left partially open.
Why? What are these blankets for?
I don't know, do you want to look at them?
Tentatively.
They appear to, yeah, give me that disadvantaged perception.
I peek under it. Excellent. God dang it. That was another natural 20. But the one I actually rolled was a 15.
You appear to see piles of clothes. Fancy upper crust people's clothes.
Are they different sizes?
Yes.
These are the clothes of the human sacrifices, guys. Or
What?
the living sacrifices. I found their clothes. And can I look under the other one?
Do you want anyone to come with you? Do you want anyone to join you?
Where are the clothes?
I'm fine. The clothes are in a place behind some doors. I found some stuff.
Is it a bedroom? Is it a common area? What is it?
It was a bedroom. Now it's not.
Do you need help?
No, I'm good. I'm thriving.
Oh, okay. Let us know if you need help.
Obviously, that's what the telepathic bond is for, babe. She says that mentally, and then she goes, huh. Okay.
Can we at least know where you are so if you're dying, we can save you?
I'm on the other side of the wall from the smoking room. Oh, there was a man burning mice.
And birds. And
So it
other small
wasn't-
animals.
And he was eating.
So it wasn't meth. Okay.
No. It was small living creatures, and he was eating beetles.
Disgusting.
Also, both your noses are bleeding.
Why?
Meth doesn't exist in this world.
Close enough.
Hold on.
What's under the other pile? Or other blanket? More clothes?
These appear to be small, like, tokens. There's, like, a lock of hair here, a fingernail here, a tooth, an eyeball in a jar.
This is black magic shit. Huh. I'm sure this is fine. I'm gonna leave this room and go back in here. I am refraining from taking anything with me as much as I may want to steal some teeth.
Alright.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, your inner Feywild is...
I'm
Really?
sitting in this chair.
He said, it is surprisingly comfortable.
Excellent. I'm gonna take a nap.
Do we notice that she's taking a nap?
Yeah, because you feel the telepathic bond kind of get fuzzy and then just fade out.
Oops. So much for remembering to cast it.
Um, I
Yeah,
personally,
that's concerning.
I personally, upon
Is
feeling that,
she? It's
I'm,
like through
I'm
the.
I'm going to go because I remember that I just remembered because I'm an idiot that I don't need to breathe in that room.
Lucky you.
You stay here and go be hot. You both go be hot. I'm going to make sure she's not dead.
I'm already being hot. As like Entropy's just sauntering around the main room,
Fine,
kind of
go
clocking where all the black masks are.
go do what you're doing. I'm gonna I'm gonna go. And she's gonna come back in and she's gonna be like, "Hi boys." As she like just bare like waves towards the bars and just take a deep breath and I'm gonna walk in.
Alright. You're perfectly fine.
Do I notice the door that she was talking about like on the other side?
Yep.
Alright. I'm gonna start walking over to do the weirdo. Does anyone stop me? Do the weirdos stop me?
Nope.
They don't stop me as I come in?
They don't stop you, but you notice the guy at the black mask kind of looks up at you and is just like.
As he giggles at me, she's just like thaumaturgy, elemental abilities through her hand just makes like some sparks dance between her fingers.
It's too late for her.
Just walks in, shuts the door. Do I see Joe?
Yeah, she be slumped on that chair.
I'm gonna do a quick sending and be like, she's fucking asleep.
You don't know that. I
Who
could
do
be
you who do you send to?
Yeah, I mean you don't know you.
True, true. I see her slumped over. Before I say she's fucking asleep, I'm gonna just go over and like,
Medicine check.
yeah, medicine check. I'm gonna make sure my friend's not dead.
Roll a one. Roll a one. She's
Oh
fucking.
no, she's dead.
fucking dead.
Burn the place down. Take everybody out.
27.
Yeah, she's just unconscious.
I take nap.
Fine. To Entropia. She's fucking asleep.
Is there anyone else in the room?
No, she's just in a fancy bedroom. I'm gonna look around and see if there's anything weird in here.
I mean, there's a big suit of what almost looks like a mirror copy of Belgar's armor that's standing up right next to you.
That's weird. That's weird. Do I notice this door? Do I notice the not so subtle open door right here?
Yep.
All right. I'm gonna just peek in and be like, "Oh, mama." Oh,
That is a lot of gold.
that is a lot of gold. That is a lot of gold.
Don't do it, Nassim.
I see do I see the pile of garments of dead people stuff?
As far as you know.
Looks at the sleeping friend, looks briefly at the sleeping friend, briefly the pile of dead stuff, briefly at the gold. No guts, no glory! And I'm going in the safe.
As you step into the safe, you are surrounded by brilliantly shining gold. Gems of all sorts. Massive rubies, diamonds, onyx, sapphires, emeralds. As you look up, what languages do you know?
I know. I believe I only know Common and Elemental. Yes, I know Common, Elvish, and Primordial.
As you look up, you see a text that you don't understand as you hear as the door seals behind you.
Of course. Um, can I try to push it to see if like it'll open? See if it like accidentally shut.
It does not open.
Do I hear the sounds of gears turning as if it's locking into place?
Yep.
Fuck. Well, seeing as Joe is asleep and Tropy is not here at the moment, I'm gonna message Belgar. I'm locked in a safe.
As you I'm locked in a safe. You feel a slight twinge as if the message doesn't go out.
Fuck. Well. Alright, let me just mark off those spell slots. Well, I'm trapped. And y'all don't know.
Nope. Sure don't.
Nope.
That should have been me. Not you.
I guess the only thing y'all are gonna. I mean, Entropia thinks that Joe's just asleep,
Yeah.
and you guys don't hear anything. I mean, I guess I'm gonna just start. Not actually, but Scrooge McDucking through to see if I can find anything cool or weird.
You find tons of money.
Do I find any diamonds, perhaps?
Yeah. There are plenty
I'm
of
gonna steal.
There are plenty of
Oh,
diamonds in here.
Kelsey, you're back. I got locked in the safe.
I don't think I had sense on yet.
Nope.
Kelsey, I got locked in the safe, and it has some sort of barrier that doesn't let magic come out, so I can't give a sending to let you know that I'm trapped in the safe.
DM.
It has a solid stone exterior of at least 3 feet, and it is lead lined, and it has a steel interior.
Okay.
The last time you heard from me was me saying that Joe is asleep.
Also, cat.
Hi, Cat.
Oh, come here.
Oh, yeah. Why? I'm gonna just be hoarding the diamonds and be stuffing them down my dress while waiting for what's ever gonna happen next.
Cat.
Can't.
Cat.
You can turn to the other two a while, because
You.
I'm gonna be here a while.
Alright, so, Belgar.
Yep.
You hear Nassim say she's asleep, and then you hear nothing else. I mean, Entropia tells you, and then she just kind of looks slightly concerned.
You think we should go check?
Only because I'm going to try to keep my voice down now that the door's left open because cat. She's definitely like, it's going to be one of those things where she doesn't show concern until it's been like 5 minutes and there's no check-in. Then she starts to show a little concern. Darling, I believe we should go up there.
Yeah. Nazim would have said something by now about Joe if she was awake or not.
She would.
Oh, that's not Dally.
Yeah, and she'll
That's
take
a
she'll
move.
take your arm as we're going up the stairs, up going back into the hookah den.
Yeah.
But and also Entropia's gonna make it a point to like hold her breath a little bit.
Oh yeah, you guys could just hold your breath.
Yeah, she's gonna hold her breath as we
What's
walk
your
through.
con modifiers? As
+1.
yeah, you're good. Both of you are good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
my
just gonna.
+4.
Yeah,
So,
we're
yeah.
just gonna hold breath this time.
Belgar, you're just like, oh, I should have did this the first time. As you just walk through the...
Yep.
You both come in and you see Jocasta slumped in a chair.
For the audience, don't mind my cats meowing.
Just meow meow meow.
Meow.
Hmm.
Anyway, we see
Uh.
Joe passed out. Will you shush?
It's your inner cat speaking.
Uh-huh.
Belgar will go over and like bump Jacasta's shoulder.
Medicine check.
Alrighty.
Oh, it's okay. I'm just closing. Calm your tits.
Is he 27?
Yeah, she's just asleep.
Hmm.
Though, as you turn up, you actually look over and you see... That's a set of your... That is an armor set from your order. From Draconia.
That's a little fucked. It's a little weird.
You see this, Entropia?
Mm-hmm.
That shouldn't be here.
I imagine a lot of things should not be here. When I was speaking to Mr. Cleve, he said he drew inspiration from a text he found, possibly from Draconia.
Concerning what?
Gestures vaguely. That was behind his inspiration for this club. I don't know what sort of text he found.
Well, if it was any text I'd believe, it was probably from the upper crust. Those people were always throwing parties to the detriment of their nation.
Okay. Now, is this store still open?
Yep.
I'm gonna peek inside the room.
You see a giant safe door and a pile of clothes. And something else that you can't quite see.
She's going to... she's going to check for traps. Just going to look around for traps.
Roll me investigation check.
As my cat tries... Both of my cats try to sit in my lap, and it's not working very well.
Did I give us the love and attention?
That is a 22.
There are no traps in this room that have already not been set off.
Okay. So either the traps here were already set off when Nassim arrived, or she looks towards the safe door. She set them off herself.
Speaking of which, Nassim, as you're just raking around, grabbing up the money... You're muted, dear.
I realized that. Specifically the diamonds, because people dying.
As you begin to gather it up, roll me a con save.
Oh boy. Guess who's getting drugged? Me.
I don't think it's necessarily drugs. I think it's more of the greed when you see a treasure pile like a dragon.
22.
Could also be poison gas.
That too.
There's a slight change in the air.
She immediately stops breathing.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna stop hoarding the stuff, and I'm gonna start trying to
Actually, as you begin to notice this, as you pick up the gems, you notice that there's like a thin veneer on every like gem you've picked up, like a slight.
Going to just take them all, because I just imagine she's just been stuffing them down her shirt. She's
Yeah.
just gonna take them all out and just back onto the ground.
Which, as you begin to like pour them out, you suddenly notice that like where you've touched them has started to grow kind of like numb and tingly.
Thinking through her head, this is not good. Yeah, I'm gonna start like, since I can't cast any spells because all of my spells require verbal components, she's just gonna start like ramming her shoulder into the safe door.
I mean, roll a strength check.
It's not gonna do anything, but it
No.
makes me feel better.
You never know. I believe in you.
That makes one of us. That's a nat 1 for a 3.
So, as
The
you
dice
ram
don't
your
believe.
shoulder into it, it literally, like, you actually pop something out, and you're like, ah! As you take a big breath in. Roll me another con save.
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna purposely roll this one at disadvantage because of the nat 1. To be a good sport. I'm gonna be a good sport like that. That's a 17.
1 sec, I need to change the ambiance.
She failed!
I want you to know that Pot Sticker watched the dice roll across the screen.
That's adorable.
Cat's
He's
doing
currently-
cat things.
He's currently sitting in my lap. Dumpling is in the corner, like under my desk in the corner. Like, I don't know what he's looking for. Probably bugs. Being a gremlin. No, you don't get to chew cables. I'm gonna mute myself as I deal with my cats.
Oh, not that one. Yeah.
Yeah, so 17.
As you feel your senses slowly beginning to drift, you hear something. You sense something. As you see the line of the goal just slowly begin to shift.
Fuck. Okay.
You feel a voice rather than hear it. Not quite what I'm looking for. 1 sec.
Yeah, that seems a little too hopeful for this. I found someone's treasure hoard, doo-da, doo-da.
And who has come here today? Another blind thief, blinded by their own ambition. I can find that admirable, to be sure. To take what you want from who you want. But you made one mistake, little thief. As you sense, you're not even sure if it's real, you sense a massive hand just reaching up, claws reaching around your throat as you feel your senses slowly beginning to vanish. You chose to steal from me. As the voice slowly rains out and you fall into unconsciousness.
Yeah, no, not even. There's gonna be like very pale attempts to summon some lightning, but I imagine it's nothing with her senses being so foggy.
Yeah. Meanwhile, outside.
Did they hear me like shove my shoulder like into the door?
Maybe the lightest, like,
True, it was a nat one. It was pathetic.
But as this is happening, Belgar, as you're just standing there, you suddenly hear a light set of ding 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 that's slowly beginning to echo out throughout the rest of the house. Uh-oh.
That's not good.
And that's where we'll call it a night.
Oh boy.
I think that I found where your blue dragon born bitch lady is.
No, she's not in there. That's just her horde, and you pissed her off. She like, why are you stealing my gold?
How dare you, little rat.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So, yeah. But
It was fun.
thank you all so much for watching. Don't have the normal person here. We're DnDream roleplay everywhere. Our stuff's in the link tree down below. Come and join us on our Discord, such like that. Am I missing anything?
Nope. Yeah, all the information for joining our Discord or seeing the social media with all of our info is down in the link tree in both my About section and their About section over on, what is it, DnDream Roleplay?
Yeah.
You guys changed it since we originally made it.
Yeah, to those who just so happen to come back, Nassim just got choked out by something, and now there's an alarm that went off and is now slowly going out through the house.
Great.
Yeah.
Well,
So we'll have to do
Right.
something about that next time. Fun.
okay. Fun stuff. This is fine.
All
Look,
right.
we needed to get through here.
Mhm.
At the expense of thieving.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I will destroy whoever this is.
We'll find out next time.
Yeah.
If that's going to be the case. All right. Thank you everybody for joining. I'm going to read out to Crimson KB, and they're playing Lethal Company, so if you want to stick around for that game, do stick
Oh,
around.
like company is so funny.
Yeah.
Yes. But if not, you're welcome to leave, but I'm sure you'll have fun watching them. Crimson's pretty funny. So enjoy the rest of your night, everybody, and we'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.
My teeth are like swords. My claws spears. I am fire. I am death.
All right,
Okay.
Tina, quiet down.
Herbert, chill.
Night, y'all.
Nah.
Night.